perfect life looks brilliant. Give me more of this. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You're firing me, firing me. Yeah, you're firing me, firing me. You've got me hypnotized. Push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy for the light. It's got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Get you out of my head again. Is it wrong? Is it right? It's like I've won my final war without a fight. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. I know you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized. Push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy for the light. It's got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Get you out of my head. Get you out of my head.
Please note.
Never gonna stop, never gonna change, never gonna do the things you say. I run my own way to get there. Fools are calling and I don't seem to care. In the air, no more crowd, just the opposite kind of few clouds. So tell me this time is coming, for the sake of all your lies. Why don't you try to be wise? Now that I need you anyway.
I never wanted to be alive, just to feel like I'm fading. And though my heart breaks a beat of down, I press the lens just to tell you, don't lead the way, don't leave a say. Then I drown with a drowning flame parade. I feel like
Hey, I'm more deserving of the season 2 crown than Tyra Sanchez, Jose Gonzalez.
Hi. I'm more comedy than most of these queens. Auntie Collins.
Yes, and you guys are watching the very first episode of the Mother Tuck and Post Show. We're talking all things RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17, Episodes 1 and 2. So, I mean, we had a split premiere. We might need a little bit extra help with this one, which brings me to the person to my right. They are the freelance writer extraordinaire. They spend a lot of time on this makeup today, and it shows. It is Bianca Gonzalez, my lovely sister. Bianca, how are you?
I'm great. I love inviting myself to places that I'm uninvited to. So,
You know what? To be fair, if I'm going to watch this with you week by week, it makes sense to have you on to talk it sometimes.
I still can't believe he agreed to have me on, honestly. But yeah, I'm happy to be. I'm so sick to be here.
I mean, also, it's kind of your fault that I got into Drag Race.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to go down this rabbit hole, I'll bring it down at least once.
I introduced you to gay shit, and you kind of like you took it like too far. Like you like ended up kind of evolving into like
That's
more
your
of, like,
intro.
a studied stan.
Yeah, like, I didn't have a BFA to weaponize, so I just did that.
I introduced you to gay shit. That's it.
Yeah, I introduced you to gay shit, Bianca.
Yeah, you know, and welcome to no, we can't do that even if they're on a hiatus. What is up, everybody in the chat? I see Ed, I see Millie. Of course, we have our Lord and Savior Oli, Bobby Monson, Bobby, thank you so much for the awesome intro, for having us on. It is fun. Things are going to make you laugh today. They better. I hope so. I mean, before we even get into this, I mean,
Thanks for welcoming me.
first things first, not to bring down the mood. I mean, obviously, we've had a crazy week this week in the drag community. The loss of the Vivian, the winner of season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race UK, Suddenly Sunday. They are extremely missed. They will forever be cherished. They are just a beacon of light that you can't replicate on this earth. And I really hope that people are taking this weekend to celebrate their life, their art, and just their contributions to drag. And I hope that it doesn't lead you to feeling any form of sadness, because we're celebrating. And speaking of sadness, also at DragCon UK, which we will get into when we talk about maybe like some confessional stuff, I present to you.
And now to this bitch that had a lot to say about me on the Pissed Off the other day, Raven once again.
I mean, we all thought it. I mean, I'm just glad the Hormona went along with the bit for it. I mean, let's be real. It was giving sadness.
There are plenty of queens who take the bits, the little pieces of criticism, this reminds me of this, and Thor doesn't get the joke, right? Like they feel like this is an attack on me personally. Good on her. Good on Hormona, because I'm gonna be shit talking her a lot on this show.
Yeah, I could honestly say in the last 2 weeks, that's the funniest thing I've seen of her.
Are we going in order?
Yeah, I mean,
we're going in
we are going
chronological?
to go in
Okay.
chronological
Because
order.
I'm thinking about the very end. I think we all
Yes.
know what's happened in the end. So
Yeah, but I mean,
Okay.
before we get to the end, we do have to get to the beginning, because as RuPaul once said, this is the beginning of the rest of our show. So, I mean, before we get into the workroom entrances, we started with the squirrel games.
oh,
I mean, if there's one thing RuPaul's going to do, it's going to be referential.
I loved it.
Okay, you know what I loved is that the best part of any sort of first episode is the rewindability. How many times did I rewind that first intro to go,
Yep.
who's returning all these different queens? And then I go, okay, I missed a couple, so I had to go on Reddit and figure it out, wrote them down. Do you know all the ones that were in it?
I can name most of them. I mean, to start out, can we talk about the fact that Victoria Porkchop Parker, once again, the first one eliminated on
First one eliminated.
Poor thing took a pie to the face. Kylie Sonique Love,
Her
the All-Star
ass.
6 winner,
Her
took a
ass.
pie to the ass because she actually had face surgery. So she said the only way that she
Oh, I
could
didn't
do
know
it-
that's why.
Well, I mean, also you think about it's Kylie. It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It was I thought it was just for the ass.
Yeah,
but-
I mean, we also saw Angeria Paris Van Michaels winner All Stars 9. We saw James Mansfield.
Can we just
We saw Trinity the Tuck, aka She Devil by Night.
but can we just talk about like the dedication of all of those famous queens doing their makeup just to get pied in the face, like going in full drag just to immediately just
Honestly,
that-
Yeah.
it's
I
either
would
that
never.
or, Pride in June. That's like a pie to the face.
that is
True. I
9,
mean,
10, 12 hours.
yeah, just whittle away.
yeah, they got the one size on till dawn and they prayed.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Um,
ultimately, the whole premise of the Squirrel Games was playing Rue Light, Green Light, and any of the queens that made it to the finish line without getting cream pied were able to enter the competition for season 17.
And little did they know that there was $2,500 on the line.
Which we
Like,
will get into.
just-
Ultimately, we're sending you a lot of love with everything going on. You know, if you need anything, we're just a message
Mhm.
away. But we are definitely going to give you some laughs today. I hope to God we do. But yeah, I mean, why don't we get into some of these looks from the workrooms? So in the order that they appeared, would you look at that? We have slides, everybody. So first one into the workroom, we have Lexi Love, Louisville Queen.
Okay, here's my thing. I knew when they announced all the queens and everyone is in their 20s and this is like the one token, like the
She's the old
oldest
queen.
queen.
Yeah.
I'm like, Oh no, they're gonna play the age card with her. And look at this timeless look. This is very Victoria's Secret. This is very the angels.
Yeah.
This is just giving supermodel. And that's what I look like. Like that's what I look like. That's what she looks like to me. Is like a queen, like a drag queen supermodel, which
Yeah.
is
RuPaul. She just knocks it out of the park. I'm obsessed with her already. She's already emerged, spoiler alert, as my favorite all around.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
all
there's been a
around.
lot of
Everything-
highlights. over the
Everything
last
she
two
does,
episodes, so.
yeah, is just her makeup. I tried to do it in homage to her. It didn't. It was just like it went from bad to worse.
I mean,
just
you did
like-
it with love.
Yeah, I did it with the intention.
You did it with
yeah.
love more than Hillary Duff did it with love on the Today Show.
But no, I think she looks so good, and the way those feathers move, like that, the hair, and I don't know, she just looks like a piece of candy.
But also, if we're gonna clock the age thing, if they're saying that she's the oldest one in the season
Yeah,
at
that's
34,
Crazy. I think the
like
younger
in the
queens
days
are-
of Tamisha Iman and Mrs. Kasha Davis, that is a baby drag queen.
Oh, what about Charlie, the one who like shit herself during and
Oh.
they thought she lost the whatever reason she couldn't do like the fucking she messed up a Britney Spears lip sync.
Oh, Charlie
Yeah.
Pence was just a park and bark. That's all.
Yeah, but like she was like 67 or something. Like she was like ready to go. Like
Yeah.
Well, the problem is that the song was "I Wanna Go"
and she wanted to leave.
and did.
She got the hell out of there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, Lexi Love setting off a very fun tone for this season. Very good first impressions, which brings us to our next queen, the Asian queen of Los Angeles, Joella. This look, I totally get like wanting to bring in the culture and the heritage. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I do kind of wish there's a little bit more of who Joella was other than just kind of like what this identity is. Because when we look at her drag later on, it doesn't really seem derivative of her being the Asian queen of Los Angeles.
Mhm.
And as we'll see later in the episode, it just kind of felt like this was her peak and things just kind of went down from here. So, I mean, she was just kind of being a generic, like, serving cunty, like, drag queen, but it didn't feel like we got to know Joella at all this episode.
So this is my favorite makeup of Joella for the entire first and second episode.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's
Sure.
because she's like, you know, with the, you know, geisha makeup, I guess, with the all white with the purple, and it's very fish to me.
Yeah.
It's a struggle when your entrance look is better than the two runway looks. And even
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a struggle when you peak in minute 5. of
peak in
episode
high
1.
school. That's what it
And
is.
especially like when you're getting this like prominent edit in the episode too, because we'll talk about later what happens in the workroom before the talent show. It kind of seems like, oh wait, maybe there's something here.
Yeah.
But instead you have like a disappointed mother in Katy Perry, but we'll get there.
I mean, Katy Perry is a disappointing in herself. So
I
Yeah,
wanted
I know.
to ask, were you guys Kitty Cat fans?
I mean, I grew up with like Teenage Dream in that era and like California Girls, all that stuff. So like I was there for the hits. I think she lost me around the time of Swish Swish.
Yeah.
Like when
I
you started to like blackfish a little
make-
bit, it's like, okay.
I was about to say it was like black facing and Asian facing, and was that yellow facing? I don't know what the
Oh, there's a lot of phases.
There's a-
faces.
too much. I was a kitty cat for a very long time. I forced everyone at my birthday party to watch her little movie that she had.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Like I
I
sat
forgot
people
about that
down
too.
and they loved it. They were like, I had no idea these things about her. Very similar upbringings with our, you know, religious traumas. And now I'm like, well, you're just
I did
traumatic.
respect the yeah.
Yeah.
I also liked kind of like her very honestly politically incorrect gay references earlier on in her career.
Yeah.
Like I kind of it was like I found it endearing. I'm not woke. And it was a different time, right? Like
Yeah.
like most of the gay references she made back in the day, like you just wouldn't publish now
Yeah.
with like Kiss a Girl being like, nah. But you know, it's still like, nah. Like it's still,
I'm just
you know,
thinking of
Yeah.
you're so gay.
yes. But
One of my
like-
faves.
yeah, I love it too.
No, and I think the thing that gets me is like, as we'll get into later in the episode, this feels like it's not even the worst representation Katy Perry has had on Drag Race before.
Yeah.
And that's saying something when you have Alyssa Edwards in that Snatch Game from season 5. So,
Yeah. Yeah. But interesting for celeb. It wouldn't have been my choice, but
yeah, it would not have been my choice by country mile. I get that she's not doing American Idol right now. But I mean, it
do
was
you
a
think
choice.
that they thought that woman's world it was going to be bigger?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
100%. Yeah,
I mean,
they
if you're
misread
gonna,
the room. Nobody gives a
I
shit
mean,
about that. I'm sorry.
not to get ahead of
Is that
ourselves,
bad?
but if you guys are gonna have them like under like an NDA to do a lip sync for the win to an unreleased song at the time, can we at least make sure the unreleased song is good?
Is good.
Because I
Yeah.
mean, we didn't have no unreleased songs when Ariana was on Drag Race for season 15. I mean, they didn't even do any songs from Positions that was out for 3 years by then. Like,
Mm.
I don't get it. But you know what else I struggle to get sometimes because it seems like she's grabbing at some other things is Corey King. So Corey King,
High roll.
I've seen her on TikTok. I think she's funny. I
Yeah.
will say a lot of the stuff that she does for humor is derivative from like other parts of Drag Race.
Mhm.
I mean, in her Meet the Queen, she's talking about like how she's the pride of St. Lucia, obviously making fun of and like pulling from Monet Exchange. She talks about coming up in Boston with Plain Jane. Obviously, this is very much like a RuPaul silhouette for the workroom entrance that got big, bright hair, small maxi dress. Like it feels like it's trying to be referential, but not in the same way that Lux Noir London was referential, because at least that had a vision to it that was executed well. It feels like this is just kind of like, yeah, I'm giving you the essence of Drag Race. Like it's the energy. It's not fully there, but I mean, I'd be interested to see how she's going to progress as the weeks go on to really find out who Corey is, aside from like the bits that she's trying to do.
Yeah.
I know a bitch when they walk in. You know, I know that they are placed there personality wise to be cliquey and be a bitch because I mean, I think still like the biggest click of them all was every bit. Oh gosh, season
Was it the Heathers and the Boogers?
Yeah, the Heathers and the Boogers.
Season 3.
Yes,
Yeah.
season 3. Oh my gosh, that's how old I am. Jeez.
Yeah.
Because that was like that turned like the entire workroom, untucked everything out from under each other, and I don't think that that's bad per se for a competition. I just think it's kind of a tired trope that okay, that your purpose is to get close to, you know, specific queens.
Yeah, that's on 2025 so far.
But
we're
that's
gonna
the
have
thing.
many more. Don't worry.
Yeah, that was what I wrote down was Corey King is I know a bitch when they walk in because it's very
Yeah. Yeah, Millie is very much like on that. It's like she's trying to bring back the RuPaul and RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm like, but we have RuPaul.
Yeah.
Let RuPaul be RuPaul. It's fine to like take inspiration. If it was like
I mean
a night of 1,000 RuPauls,
Okay,
then sure.
it's RuPaul from the waist up.
But it's also important to remember, like, if there's ever a time to like kind of fall flat, it is the entrance look. You don't want to show your cards to begin with, because later on she gives an amazing number of the talent show.
Yeah.
So I think this is a little bit of strategy too. I don't think the vibe is to just like, I mean, unless you're Lexi Love, I don't think the vibe is necessarily to immediately always just come out and give everything. Like Willow Pill gave a very, very mid. I mean, I loved what she did anyways, but she gave like a very like plain kind of look for her entrance look, because she was like, I'm not gonna show you everything. You gotta buy the ticket to see the whatever show.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think so I'm not so critical. Like it's not straight up bad. It's just very plain. This is not her most expensive look. This is not her nicest look. She's not trying to impress anyone. Maybe I'm reading her too hard now. I'm like from a sincere place. She doesn't intend to do well.
She did something that she knows she can elevate from, which I can appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
Although
Yeah, it's not
far from the worst thing that we see walking into the workroom. It is far from the worst thing we see that walks into the workroom.
What's worse?
We'll get there.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not the worst one that walks in. We have Lydia, and I can honestly say this is canon. This is her official name, Lydia Butthole Collins.
Yeah, I know this bitch. I know this bitch from my days in Pittsburgh.
Spill.
Oh my gosh. This is not their best work, obviously. I think that they came in saying, look, I'm not your competition, so let's not be enemies. But that's I don't know. I don't know what Lydia was doing. This is terrible. It is it the most terrible thing that we've ever seen for an entrance look? No.
Honestly, it's still not even the worst one of the episode, I think. Like,
No.
I just feel like she was there. It's a first impression. Like, I feel like as we get into like more of what she does, like I start to appreciate her drag a little bit more. I mean, I think it's just fine. It's nothing that I'm feeling
like,
any type of way about.
Had the blazer been like a duster length.
Yeah.
I have one note. Lydia is so hot out of drag. I don't remember what I'm gonna.
Yeah, I will say I don't have any notes about like who traded the season is or anything. So if you all feel the need to objectify anybody, jump in. So
I think everyone's. I don't know. Maybe I'm just lonely, but everyone's kind of doing something for me this season. I think everyone is hot out of drag.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'll tell you when my favorite comes in, but I think it would be obvious. So.
Not the Jack Skellington call. I mean,
oh. See,
I mean, it's the Nightmare After Christmas.
Yeah, it's Tim Burton.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is Tim Burton. I mean, even just the eyebrows and the makeup and the hair, like that's cool. That's camp. I love that. But
it's just from the neck down, it didn't really do anything for
the
me.
blazer is giving like student government, like put this on so that you can have that debate, you know, whatever for elections. Do y'all have that?
Did we have an election? Yeah.
Yeah.
Election what?
Yeah, like it does kind of give like student council energy.
Yeah.
Like Monster High.
I'm gonna like Monster High. But if you're gonna go Monster High, at least like
it's not vampy enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yes, Lydia, we will get into more of Lydia later on in the show. Up next, we have Arietti. I feel like this was a fun look. It's very much like its own creature, kind of in the way that Dawn was last season. But it feels like it feels like Arietti has like their own identity, which I can appreciate.
I know she's gonna do the nose thing the whole season, which I get, but like, it's not. I'm just not. I'm not. I don't like it. I don't like when they do the animal faces like the entire season, or that's like their signature. That's just me. Maybe I'm not like, I don't know. Like I didn't, when I got into D&D, I didn't like it. And she looks like someone, and Dawn looks like someone who plays D&D and gets very invested in their character. And that's just all I'm going to say about that. That not to read everyone who's ever touched a D20, but
yeah,
it's too much. It's just not my thing. It's not my thing. It's not my cup of tea. There's creativity, artistry. All drag is valid.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, we've had gay people on the show, trans people on the show, straight people, and now we have Fursona on the show. So it's fine.
No, we don't need furries. You know, we gotta draw the line somewhere. Okay,
yeah,
no,
we say we don't need furries, but then we'll get into what the actual runway was for this episode.
There's so many. Yeah,
I'm not a big furry person, so I totally get it. I think if you're gonna pull it out one or two times. That's it. Try something else. What do you think?
But the pull-out method doesn't always work, Collins.
Well, that's how I'm here. So it worked in my regard because I exist.
I just believe in humans.
Here's the thing. If you're gonna do something animal, go all the way to the fingertips. Go all the way to the feet.
Yes.
This look was not. I mean, look at the hands. There's no nails. Like there's nothing on the hands. The feet, from what I remember, was pretty plain. Also, it's not that I think there's only one way to do drag. But not to sound like Michelle Visage, but it's giving boy body.
See, my thing was, and I'm going to make kind of an obscure reference here. I don't know if anybody was playing like this on the PlayStation back in the day. Does anybody remember the fighting game Bloody Roar? So it's a fighting game where like you start out as like humans, but like mid-fight could transform into like some sort of animal or beast, kind of like the Animorphs.
Oh,
she feels like she could have been a character in the Bloody Roar franchise.
But then go to that.
Yeah, like it seems like very much like a little bit, but like it's not enough to show like she's fully committed to it. So,
and if you're gonna do like a boy body or something, like at least commit to a silhouette that has like intention.
Yeah, because I mean, like,
Agreed.
it's one thing not to pad; it's
Yeah.
another to just not have a silhouette.
Yeah, I don't think like, she gets,
Exactly.
like, drowned in her shape. So I can agree with that.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, 'cause
And you don't have to have like titties because we know that Violet
I-
Chachki
or Gottmik.
often
Yeah.
yeah Gottmik, no titty, I as a titty connoisseur, love titties, love drag titties.
Love the removal of titties, but
Love it.
I mean,
Love it.
Michelle's whole book about removing
Yeah.
titties. So
Marie Kondo titties.
yeah, that was a good line from the Celebrity Drag Race Rose. Up next, we have Jewel Sparkles, Latina Queen. It's giving very much like 2019, 2020 Ariana Grande tease.
Mm.
It's
That's
not for me.
yeah.
It's another one who's really hot out of drag. Like she's really like that is a lesbian woman that I would date out of drag. I really got to stop. Honestly, I feel like I've kind of looked like her out of drag like at points in my life. I actually feel like I really looked like her. Like I'm looking in a mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see
Drag
that.
is
The
about
hair,
seeing yourself in
know.
someone.
I used to have my
Yeah.
little gay fro and like and like with makeup on, I feel like I looked like her.
Well,
is exuberating her. I really love her makeup in drag too. Like this look is kind of shitty, but again, this look is nothing to write home about. But again,
which is ironic
it's-
because she is the granddaughter of Trinity the Tuck.
okay, this drag family shit gets too when we're getting into like his second cousin twice removed with drag families. I'm like, put the tree down. Like it's time to
It's giving The Sims.
Yeah,
to me,
it's like incest isn't like valid. Like
Yeah, put the tree down. Bianca's not for a full American legalization of cannabis.
yeah, Millie says very early on Ariana, and that is very, very fierce. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, much like
Yeah.
the last song on Yours Truly, this look is something that's better left unsaid or unseen.
Oh my gosh. I do want to say the commit to the quinceanera realness, I guess you could say, that is mixing cultures with Ariana Grande. I just want to know, how heavy is that hairpiece?
Yeah, no, that wig is like very,
That
very
looks
stacked.
Heavy. And you could see the way in the workroom trying to hold up the head. The commitment to it is there. It's not for me. If it was 2 seasons ago, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like it's giving Georges a little bit. I feel like the thing that also gets me is just like those boots being like ballet slippers where they're lacing up. It feels
I
like
loved it.
I feel like it could come undone so easily. So the ability to actually like walk and like work in them, I give her credit for that.
Yeah, I do like that. But yeah, it's a miss for me, but mostly because I don't have any tickets to the ballet. So maybe I'll go down the alley to see an off Broadway performance of the Nutcracker,
Yeah. No, that's a different kind of Nutcracker. Speaking of
People
a different
pay
kind of
extra for
Nutcracker, we
that.
have Lana Geray. She is the drag daughter of Lux Noir London from season 15.
Again with the show's been on too long now for there to be all this family shit going on, and yeah, she definitely is the daughter of Lux. Okay, one thing I will say is like with like the family resemblance is like it is like almost uncanny that it is like you like genetically like birthed a drag baby when you like learn how to do makeup from someone and you just like have like a very similar template and a very similar sense of style.
Yeah.
So it is giving like Lux's daughter for realsies, but also like I want to see like what she does because right now it looks like a shitty version of Lux.
I mean, the thing with Lana is
I feel like I'm like bodying. Like,
see, I'm not looking at Lana.
she's
like,
pretty.
She's
it's not bad, and I'm just like
I look at Lana as like her own thing. I don't immediately always think of Lux, although she does kind of make us immediately think of Lux when we get into her talent show number.
It's the makeup and like the long legs and the styling. Like she's wearing shit that like Lux would wear. Yeah, the body, like it's
or the lack thereof.
It's like when you order Lux on Amazon versus what you get in real life. Like,
so you're saying this is the working bag version of Lux Noir London?
Yeah. It's just like
I mean,
it's like Domino's v DiGiorno. Like
it's fine. I would love to see what she does to identify herself separately from her drag family. I mean, it's just a 2-piece bikini and a coat. Like she has a high leg. Like It's fine. It's not the most innovative thing that we've seen, but it's also not poorly executed.
The face, though. The face.
I like the face.
Beat to
Yeah, no,
Jesus
the face is
criminy.
it's good,
Yeah.
but it's not original.
But I mean, you think about it, a lot of the girls from New York
That
have a
brow,
very similar
though.
paint, though. I feel like if you've seen one New York queen, you've seen quite a few of them.
Mhm.
And that's not a read on New York as far as like drag
Damn,
goes, because
actually.
you have so many.
That's
I mean, you think about how many bitches have come from New York. You have Monet
Yeah.
Exchange, you have Bob the Drag Queen, you have
I don't think they're
Thorgy
all the
Thor,
same,
you have
though.
Peppermint. You have so many people that have come from New York. Like, that's just the drag they see. The same way that you could tell who's
Mhm.
pageant queen, who's from Texas, who's a camp queen.
okay, no. When you bring in Texas, because then when you start to see like who's like the pageant queen, like you really feel that. Like the
Yeah.
Southern
Mhm.
pageant queens, like that's palpable.
Yeah.
And to be honest, like I don't feel like we really have any Southern pageant queens this season. Like really. Like
We do.
but they're like
Mhm.
It's just not my
they're
favorite.
TikTokers.
Mm.
They're
Yeah, no.
they're like the TikTok of whatever. We'll get to them.
Yes. Up next, we have. Speaking of Southern
Is it
pageant,
Mhm.
this would be my biggest boot of the workroom.
Yeah.
Sam Starr, the drag daughter of Trinity the Tuck. So that would make her Jewel Sparkle's aunt in drag. And I just
Okay, see
no.
that's when we get a
When
bridge
they
too
say
far.
Jose, can you see? I say no.
That's-
That's the Mariah Carey meme of what's this? I suddenly can't read.
and your gig is being patriotic, like fuck off. Like what? Okay, no, I like it's not appealing to me. Like this is one of those things where it's like if you care about this kind of thing, you know, like I'm actually extremely patriotic in my personal life. I just don't go to drag, and that is weird about RuPaul's Drag Race is that it is there is like always like this underpinning of politics for good reason.
Mhm.
So there is like an idea of like kind of being an American that like Drag Race kind of always plays on pretty much every season, every election cycle, and it's important to the show because the show somehow, some way over the years has like become kind of like this political like standing for the gay community at large.
Yeah.
So I do have to like kind of respect that and like
Mhm.
honor that, but it's just like I want to see like the red, white, and blue are ugly colors together.
Like my thing is,
It's
one
red,
thing
white,
to
and
do-
blue and black.
and black, like you're doing, yeah.
But
it's
also,
too
it's
much.
just it's the bodice that doesn't even have like a proper like bottom to it. It's like a skirt that's like chiffon and ruffled. It's like no, like if you're gonna do Americana, do it in a way that's not tacky. Like actually make it seem like it's elegant and something to behold. It's like okay, I can feel patriotic for this. It's like no,
Had she come out looking like the motherfucking Statue of Liberty, I would have
Like
been
Chapel.
like, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Chapel
very
with the SH.
Chappelle,
Chapel.
Chapelier Rowan.
Yeah, no, that was.
I'm
that was-
getting Evil Knievel in a makeover challenge.
So the hair reminds me of something like a character from like Dexter's Lab, where they have very like angled heads
Yeah.
and faces, and the bodice is just like why is because it looks like it has boning, so it's probably like a corset that's on the
Yeah.
outside of your clothes, whatever. It's not tight enough to look intentional, and the way that it's sitting right there on the hip, right where the the hip and the thigh would meet, it needs to either be a shorter or like angled at a it just looks like, I don't know if you were forced to wear a tankini instead of a bikini.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
pool
like at like
party?
your at like the Catholic pool party.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then like the stars also look like they're airbrushed on, like they don't seem like they're stoned. It's just
it just looks cheap. It just looks like
It does look. It looks very
let's go
inexpensive.
to the Bon Marché. Let's go to
let's go to the Big Lots,
yeah.
which we can't even do that anymore.
I know. Oh God.
Did all of the Big Lots buy?
They're trying to save some of them, but it's not looking good.
Save the Big Lots.
I thought that Big Lots was just a money laundering scheme for how long? Because I don't know
Yeah.
anybody who going to them, but yeah, they've been in
I mean,
business
we
this
got a
long.
nice sectional for my grandma from Big Lots. I won't
I got a desk at Big Lots I really liked.
like best like
Oh.
Big Lots. Sometimes you
we're
find
the
some
ones
gems.
keeping it open.
Okay, y'all are
Yeah.
keeping it open. Sorry.
I mean, speaking of
Sorry.
keeping it open. Brings us to Anya Nerve,
A girl.
a Cleveland queen.
It's-
Yeah.
The look is a
clearly.
Cleveland steamer.
Yeah.
This is not. Yeah, this is insufficient. I don't like. I have no notes, and it's in a negative way.
I mean, my thing is that they're going to talk about how Lexi is the oldest one in the cast. How does your makeup make you look older
50,
than a 34-year-old
55,
drag queen?
55.
Like, you look older than Tamisha Iman.
She looks geriatric. She looks so old.
She,
I feel like I'm being so mean.
she looks like the musical producer.
Yeah,
Producer.
She works on
Like she
production.
looks like she works in like some kid, musical production of an off Broadway of, the Technicolor Dreamcoat. Like this is like bottom of the bin costume, because what in the absolute hell is this? And you can see the brassiere poking through. How is there
Yeah.
so much fabric and your brassiere is poking through?
Yeah.
But also, what is the brassiere containing?
Nothing.
Like, there's no
Absolutely
cutlet, there's
nothing.
no breastplate, there's no body. It looks like she's trying to audition for a drag production of Avenue Q as Gary Coleman.
It's not good. It's underwhelming. I mean, like I said, I have my theory. I'm gonna keep bringing it up as we shade the shit. Like, if you're not like absolutely stunning,
And keep in
during
mind, we are
opening-
not drag performers. We're saying this as
Yeah.
simply viewers. We are
Yeah.
critiquing what we've seen on television. It's not a knock on on people. Unless you've done some shit as
Yeah.
people, then we will knock you. Cue Tara. But I mean,
Oh, that was dark with Tyra, but yeah,
right now, this impression does not give me
it's not.
A
Yeah.
Music
plug-
teacher. It's giving
It's giving music
Yeah.
fun art teacher.
Fun art
who's
teacher,
ready to shake things
yes.
up for the class.
yeah, it's giving like school spirit Woodstock Day.
not the school spirit days.
I didn't think we'd go this hard. I didn't think we'd be this mean, all three of us.
I
Listen,
mean, it's the fact that I thought that Sam Star was my least favorite, and we're kind of just started shredding this one.
well, we're only on queen number 9. It's giving.
It
very
is
terrible
season
Diana Ross.
17. Let's be real. This is not season 1, season 2 with the filter over the screen. We are
This
high
looks like
def.
it needed the season 1 filter, the Drag Race Down Under filter.
Yeah. So bad. I love it though. Oh.
And now we get on to what I think could be not like the actual look itself. The makeup is my least favorite of the entire season.
Who are we going to?
Susie too.
Oh no. Okay, no. Okay,
It
guys,
is not for me.
It's not for you, but it's branded. I think someone like read her and was like, "Yo, is that going to be your stamp for the entire season?" Like,
Mhm.
and it is. But no. She switched it up a little bit. My brother was really against it.
I mean, like the
You were
tiny little
really-
heart lip. It's just the shape of her
It's
eye
It's a period piece.
It's trying to have a
It's-
big eye, but it's too contained. And then like you're gonna smoke it out. It just
You're supposed to look a little sad. It's just in the
Yeah,
20s.
it is very turned down, right?
You're-
So it is
you're supposed to,
unappealing.
yeah.
But I'm not even getting Great Depression. I'm getting seasonal depression.
Yeah, you're supposed to
Listen,
it
I'm
was a-
familiar with that.
it's a hard time to be a woman in the 20s, you know?
Yeah, this look is not inspiring. It's beauspiring.
It's yeah, she has a point of view. And later on we'll see she has an
Biggest
additional point of
advocate
view.
over here.
Yeah, I will say, like, when it comes to the talent, she does win me back over. But
Sure.
as far as the first impression goes, it's a Susie Boots.
She has a perspective.
And I have a different perspective.
People on Reddit were like tearing apart Michelle Visage for being critical of her makeup and the way it's being presented. And I think it is for a specific kind of person. It is an acquired taste. And I'm not sure if that is my taste. It's trying to be like Betty Boop cartoon, but it's okay. In The Sims, there's the clown picture that is the cheapest piece of art. And when you're like doing a rags to riches, you put that in there to like up their, morale so they're not so depressed. That's what I'm getting from here is cheap painting. Yes.
Yeah, I feel like the thing that really gets me, like, Kerwin, like, it's of the times, but like, even if you're going of the times, like, where is the blue in that eyeshadow? Like, I want to see like fucking like billiards pool chalk blue around that eye and like getting it a little bit more attention other than it just kind of getting dusted out by black liner.
It's supposed to be kind of.
Bianca's going for it. I'm like, no, stop.
It's supposed to like. I think it's supposed to be, stop looking at me. I don't know what it's supposed to be, guys. I don't. But I feel like if I knew more about history, I think this look would make more sense to me.
The American education system in a nutshell.
I know that if I studied history, I'd understand.
Bianca, I am absolutely your biggest fan. I love it. Please, I want you to advocate for me when I've hit a
when you
rough
get canceled,
patch.
call me.
Oh, don't worry. They've been trying for years.
I'll be your better.
Ah!
Oh gosh. And then speaking of trying for years, we get on to someone that's been trying for years to get on the show. There's been tapes.
Okay.
There's
go
been
ahead.
book signings.
Oh wait, no, is it who I think it is?
It's Hormona Lisa.
No, you gotta. Okay, guys, we can't disrespect her because you know I.
Apparently, if we disrespect her, it's disrespecting RuPaul.
When we know how this episode, how these 2 episodes are gonna turn out in the end, the one thing that Hormona Lisa has more than anything else is good motherfucking fortune. She knows how to be in the right place at the right time, and that is her talent. Her talent is
I thought her
being
talent
in the
was
right.
audacity.
No. That her
Breathing.
talent, it's definitely not talking. Her talent is absolutely rolling that D20 and getting that perfect 20 because she got that twice in a row. Being in the right spot, it just in the world next to RuPaul to like get on the show initially, and then like later on we're gonna see, just.
I just want to know what's going to happen when we get
Like-
to episode 3 and there's going to be judges' critiques in front of the queens.
Okay, so my opinion about Hormona Lisa is that I think first off, because she's not funny. Nothing that she says is funny. Not like her isms, nothing that she does is funny.
Yeah.
I think somebody else came up with her drag name, which is even worse because
Are you serious?
That's my opinion. My opinion is that somebody else must have come up with her drag name because it's so clever and she can't.
You've deduced?
I'm deducing. I am giving my opinion because how can you have such a clever. Sorry, my dog Archer is giving his opinion.
Oh no, you're fine. We had to lock you on the other side of the house because he's doing similar shit.
Mr. Buddy, who are you mad at? The government?
Can't see
I
his
get
forehead.
it. Archer Luis. Sorry, getting out his full name over here. This is strategy. This is production. You have someone handpicked by RuPaul themselves, make that a big storyline. So everyone's target is on you.
And everybody is like, she doesn't deserve to be here because
Because had that been like hush hush or whatever, come out in a couple episodes, it wouldn't have been a thing. But the fact that some producer said, go in guns a-blazing, be like, RuPaul picked me. It was this big thing. I was the first one chosen for this season. It's like, now I'm eyeing you up. Now I'm seeing you as my competition. And I'm going to first eliminate
her
you.
makeup looks good though. Like, let's stop.
I mean,
like,
the makeup is
looks good.
fine,
The
but
makeup is hot. The makeup looks good.
The best way
the
I
hair
could
looks
describe
good.
this for the wrestling fans that are in the chat right
And
now
the outfit is Annie.
No, Hormona Lisa is the Eva Marie of this season of Drag Race.
You were just digging. You were we were just fucking
With all the
demolishing.
red flags, pink flags here.
Yeah.
Pink flag.
I just
Yeah.
it's a no from me.
My problem is what I'm asking of people is not to be like as quick tongued as Bianca Del Rio, because there's never going to be that comparison, right?
Yeah.
But I'm asking for a little bit of personality.
Mhm.
That's what I'm at. I just want a little bit.
She's
I'm
like
not-
very like bumbly. Like she's like Amelia Bedelia. I definitely think she has a
She's a
personality.
Hufflepuff. That's what she is. She's just a Hufflepuff.
She is like the equivalency of like tripping and falling.
Yeah.
Like that's her personality.
She is
No,
sadness.
I feel like she has the personality of a lounge singer.
I know I like her personality a lot. Like
Wow.
Again with the advocacy for
Yeah.
me. Just, I really
Yeah.
want to pick these hard cases to represent for. But yeah, she
Yeah,
just
TikTok could have used you yesterday against the U.S.
I'm
government.
gonna get it here. I'm gonna be like, guys, we don't need this data. Let's let China win. We don't need to protect herself. But
Oh.
Wrestling fans in '99 when she could have won the WWE title.
let's let China win. No, yeah, the titty situation is what bothers me. Everything else, like if there was a better
Yeah.
titty situation, I think it would have tied everything together.
It just
agree.
and this little like homecoming dress too. It's just, yeah. Oh well. Good on you for showing up, Hormona. Up
Yeah.
next, we have Miss Crystal Envy, Sister Jasmine Kennedy from season 14.
Wait, what? She's a sister of Jasmine Kennedy?
Yeah,
Okay.
no relation to Scarlet Envy.
There's again with the family. There's so many relatives. It's like nepotism is like it in peak form in this season. But yeah, no, this is like one of the ones where she's like, I'm gonna put my best foot forward. Like this is cut. Like,
yeah.
Did y'all watch
this is hot.
Ugly Betty?
Yeah, vague. I've
I've
friend who
seen
told me the
bits of
entire
Ugly
plot.
Betty, but
It's
yeah.
the
Okay.
same thing.
So one of the guys sisters, no, Ugly Betty's boss, I guess.
Mhm.
The sister or the brother goes away, becomes a sister. And there's like it's like a transgender kind of
In like
character.
2006?
Right, back then. But that's
Was
what
it done
she's-
tastefully?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the actress's name because I'm pretty sure that they use a trans actress.
That's great.
It's
love
giving
that.
this supermodel face. It's giving like it's been here before early 2000s.
Yeah.
But the outfit is giving like ice skater goes to the Golden Globes or
Yeah,
the
it does give me a
Emmys.
little bit of Denali.
I like it
Yeah.
a lot, guys. No, this
Like
one, this
I'm
one
not
is not
mad
like
at it, but it's just
no. This one's not me advocating like from a position of this isn't good. I think this is actually good.
It's like giving Housewife of
Yeah.
Salt Lake City here.
Like,
Oh
I
my
wish
God,
the
I
feathers.
just started watching. I'm on season 5. It's been a whole thing
Yeah.
for like the past 2 weeks. But yeah, no, I think it's hot. And you know what? Maybe that is why I'm into it actually, now that you said
Mhm.
that, because this is what the fuck is this bitch? I can't stand her, Bronwyn. Like,
Yeah.
this is absolutely something Bronwyn.
This is exactly what she would wear if it was
Yeah,
the color red.
yes, with
Absolutely.
like the heart silhouette.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're thinking. She'll like, this bitch is so fucking wealthy that she will just like wear something and someone will be like, oh my God, like, are you afraid that someone's gonna come in your outfit? And she's like, no, because this is the only one in the world that exists.
Yeah.
Which
But
is,
like, I mean, I like the feathering and everything. The only
No, but yeah,
thing that
sorry,
I
back to
kind of
this.
wish is like it was like more of like a proper gown instead of just like the mini skirt with like a
okay,
train.
the front is shitty. The front bottom is I
It's
don't
like
high-low stuff.
bangs.
It does
bangs.
move.
Yeah,
I
you
like
know,
the movement.
bangs
I
on
like the color,
legs.
but
yeah. But
Had
she's
it been more like bell shaped and not so like an abrupt edge.
and judging from like some of her runways and stuff, it does seem like this is like a silhouette she likes a lot. And like we're probably gonna see it a lot more.
Hey,
Yeah.
if it works, it works.
yep. I
Yeah.
mean, you could take the girl out of Jersey, but you know. Up next,
Taste.
we have Acacia Forgot.
Oh no, yeah, she bought this from Party City.
This rockadoodle fucking.
She
She
got
bought
this
this
off of
from
Amazon.
Torrid. That's a Torrid inspired
she
party
got it from
costume.
Spencer's.
She got
Spencer's, Torrid. It's all the same guy. It's the same
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah,
It's the
it's like-
same back of the rack clearance. Tired. It's as tired as that harsh contour.
Like it looks like what Natty would try to wear for a Queen of Hearts costume in a Divas Battle Royal.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
It's like 80s. It is something like
With this
glow.
almost like powdered like president's wig.
Yeah. It's a shake and go. That looks like a shake and go.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Comes out of the bag, you just shake it and you go.
just go.
And what is
Yeah.
this? What is this bow tie or bolero? Is that a
That bolo
bolero?
tie?
Yeah, bolo tie. That's what her necklace looks like to me.
I feel like Jose is trying to say if you had it out, it's not even ran out of material. It's just the idea is not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, how are you going to have like a tiny little bit of red? You're going to have huge black elements. Then you're going to take down the little bits of like anything that could be shaped with these ugly black diamonds.
What do
And then
what
you
do the
have-
black diamonds have anything to do with this though?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like they're not textured or anything. It just feels like they were cut out of like what was a swimsuit and turned into a bodice.
It's yeah.
I don't know. Well, at least her stockings went all the way to her shoes.
Yeah, it's not even exciting.
Yes. And then last but certainly not least, we have Lucky Stars, drag daughter of Irene Dubois from season 15.
As psycho as this outfit is, from what we've
I'm sorry,
seen
I love it.
in the later on, it
I
seems
love
like
it.
this is going to be a common silhouette for her, which is the funniest shit to me.
It's not even just that it's a silhouette for her.
Like
It's just
the face, like she's always gonna have like her face like in a sandwich or something, in a sandwich in a tube sock. Like it's just
it's
in a piece of
maximalist. It's
pizza.
avant-garde. I like it.
I love this.
It's giving Jenna Marbles during the pandemic. Let me do this weird challenge. Let me she became a toothbrush. She became
I need that
chair.
bitch to come back online.
Let me
just
gemstone my
once.
entire face. Let me acrylic pour my body.
Yeah, acrylic. Right. What did she do? She put a shit ton of hairspray in her hair, so her hair.
That's so she could get taller.
Yeah, so she could be taller. This is what that's giving. It's season 17. We've seen everything, and she's saying, I'm going to show you something else. And I want to see this something else. Even if it kind of looks like her arms have tampons on them and she just asked the kindergarten class to squirt paint on her. I love it.
Well, like my
Love it.
thing is when we were watching the episode when it first aired, like I was looking at the makeup and everything. I said, this seems like what Rock'em Soccer was trying to do, but actually successful.
Yeah.
Like it seems very animated. It seems very lively. Like I love it.
It's Club Kid, you know. Like
Yeah.
and she executes it well. Like if you're gonna push something, you gotta go all the way. So
which we will like talk about. I think in the talent show she does go all the way.
Yeah.
I think she just fell victim to Raider Queen. Which
didn't we all?
Didn't we all? I mean,
but yeah, those are all the looks we have for the workroom entrances. Early thoughts on some standouts for you guys.
I'm obsessed with Lexi Love. That's it. That's like I'm always gonna be obsessed with Lexi Love. Like she's my pick for this. She's gonna win this season. She's gonna win this season. Period. I love her. I think she's by far the most gorgeous look. She's stunning. She's beautiful. She's like I'm obsessed with her. I'm absolutely obsessed with her. That's it. That's like all I have to say. She's all I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you could do wrong with a Lexi Love pick this early on.
Yeah.
But yes, we find out later once RuPaul makes their way into the workroom that Lana Jarre wins the mini challenge for that week. So when they were playing Rue Light, Green Light, they were actually supposed to be striking a pose on the Rue Light. And she had the best snapshot, so she won a $2,500 cash tip. And it kind of sets the stage of winning a challenge without even knowing it was a challenge.
Well, that's the thing I think that's been lost season after season after season is that they make their entrance and then they have a mini challenge, or they make their entrance and then as they're making their entrance they do a photo shoot and that's whatever. They didn't know that this was it, and that's kind of the
twist
twist of it all. And I kind of felt a little bit like I kind of wish that I want to, now that I've seen them enter, I want to see how they're put to the test. So that was a rewind point for me to go, oh, I need to rewind and rewatch it. So now that I am introduced to these people,
I
can actually
actually recognize them. Yeah. I felt like it was kind of BS to do that. I feel like it's not nice to trick people into being like, you should have been paying attention. And it's like, well, no, I shouldn't have. This isn't like, what would you do? Like, I'm being watched.
But also, if you know that you're on a reality competition series,
you should always be
and you're trying to get camera time, you're going to do everything in your power to keep that camera time.
You should be like looking good at the camera. It's like part of your job. I get it, but I don't like it, and I'm not happy about it. And that's all I have. Like, and that's how I feel about that.
But yeah, no. So I mean, we kind of just get out of drag from there, and then the next day in the workroom is when they're starting to get ready for the talent show. And as they're starting to get ready in the workroom, we see the first appearance by the guest judge for that week, Katy Perry, to which Joella is gooped and gagged, and then Katy Perry is equally gooped and gagged because apparently Joella's like kitty cat like 1A. So like they were having like a key between the two of them, which is
They
like
were
crazy.
they were in their own.
Yeah.
That was a meet and greet. That was the VIP experience.
That wasn't a meet and greet. That was like a family reunion. Like
I-
that was like
Yeah, and I feel like that's like unfair.
No,
To have
that
a guest
felt
judge,
like-
nut all over.
Yeah.
Contestant
no.
is, like, a lot.
You know what they have the same energy as is that one kid that auditioned on American Idol, and Katie's just like, "Did you say wig?"
Like I just didn't. I didn't like. I felt like it was an unfair kind of situation. Or
That
no,
doesn't factor into
production-
anything when you think
yeah,
about
because
it.
she was actually pretty hard on her as a judge. No, production like did that intentionally to have a moment and
Mhm.
to like stir up drama. And so it's like I felt like it was kind of a cheap shot. I wasn't into it. I didn't love it. I didn't love the fact that they had a relationship, a pre-existing relationship. Again with the nepotism. It was like
But
the
I
theme of the
mean,
season.
Production.
Just
It's all for
pre-existing relationship.
production.
But here's my thing: does knowing that they had a relationship before the show make you more critical of Joella, or does it make you wonder what she's actually going to do?
I
to
liked
impress
when
us?
Katy Perry was disappointed in her. So that was fun. But disappointed
That's
Yeah.
disappointed in her is
Mother
like
has.
Yeah.
mother's not happy.
Yeah.
I mean, but at the end of the day, Mother did not decide their fate. So,
Mother did not, and Mother's got her own problems.
but yeah, I mean, it's kind of just like getting first impressions. Like, there wasn't really anything too monumental in the workroom aside from Katie appearing.
I don't think in the first two episodes there was really anything that like in workroom wise that was in my opinion.
No, I'd say in episode 2, there's definitely more like stuff that happens in the workroom that plays into the episode. That's just kind of felt like, oh, it's a stunt.
Yeah, and like some girls have some girls like once they realize they're going to be rating each other for the talent show, they start to like brew up some planning. When they broke up into teams, there was like some beefing there because people wanted to not be on the same team as the person so they could rate the other person.
But it wasn't
That was
even as
fun.
like dramatic as like sometimes it would be like when you're picking apart for the musical. But like
those get vicious. Those get like those. It's like I feel like someone's actually going to hit someone.
But I do agree with them to be like, okay, we don't
No
want
way
to
this.
pad like the first episode with like 2 country singers. Like I know that was like a part of it, or like,
yeah.
oh, we've made an alliance, and like I don't want to split that up. But like, how do you say that out
But
loud?
You don't want to say it out loud.
But also,
Yeah.
here's my thing. If we're going to talk about you don't want to have 2 country singers go back to back, we're talking about 2 talent shows that are like 5 different types of lip syncing and bitch tracks. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
how can you say you don't want those to stand side by side, but at the end of the day, you're going to have like 5 different versions of the same thing done with varying levels of success?
So many lip sync songs, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah, like-
6,
Yes.
7,
Literally at
8,
least 10.
Overwhelmingly.
9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah.
I don't know.
12 out of 14.
I feel like I'm ready to talk about the talents. I'm trying so hard to
But
not.
first, before we get into talents, we have to get into the runways. So
Oh
category.
wait, we have runways. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, we do. So for this week, category is Mask for Masked Singer.
You spelled masked wrong.
No,
It's
when I looked
M-A-S-C.
online, I saw masked as
C.
in facial mask.
He's
I didn't
ready
think
to
it was
Yeah.
like masculine for mask. I get
I
that's
thought
what
it
they were
was-
going for verbiage, but
Oh.
I didn't
thought
get
it was-
masculine for Money of the Looks. I just
I
got
didn't
masked singer.
either.
Yes. Up first, we have
Masked for mask.
Acacia Forgot,
Ugly.
Snowmageddon.
It's giving Jack Frost. And you know what happens in Jack Frost? He died.
Yeah, and Acacia was not crystallized either.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's melting. It was not for me.
No.
It seems very much of the ilk of the Masked Singer, which I will give her credit for that.
It does look like it looks straight up like a costume of the Masked Singer, which is not what you
Yeah.
want for RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
She was like, am I about to sing like Gwen Stefani right now?
It's like when hometowns have their own version of the Masked Singer, but it's not even like local celebrities. It's just random people.
Yeah.
It's giving Scooby-Doo villain taking off their mask.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's giving a political stance on global warming. Yeah. Climate change. Be the climate change you want to see in the world. Let's see. Yeah. Up next, Joella. I'm going to say there was no mask. It was just a paper plate with the moon in front. I like the
Mhm.
structured hair. I don't get what the rest of the outfit has to do with the elements of the moon. It just felt like it's purple. Like it has a fun silhouette, but like it doesn't meet the brief to me.
So no mask. hair is pretty kind, honestly. The silhouette is lost. I think there are a lot of fun ideas that if they were arranged differently, you could kind of pull out a silhouette. But honestly, even then, it doesn't really feel particularly original. I do love the color though, like that purple is nice.
Yeah.
I feel like the cape doesn't do enough. I feel like if anything, it could have been better as like maybe a train or like the bottom of the garment. But
Right.
And-
Yeah, I agree. I think the cape got lost. It also the midsection just kind of looks a little science project to me.
yeah, it looks like she kind of like was I don't want to say it like this, but she was like skinning a porcupine, and like that's what the garment was
Yeah.
gonna be. And then not to clock like the nude illusion, but then you see like where the leggings end and her ankle starts because it's going into those pumps. It's like, no,
Yeah.
yeah, well, it happened. Jewel sparkles. I like the fact that she had the fan as her mask and
Yeah.
everything, and she kind of kept that kind of weathering and movement down to the rest of the outfit. And she did a good job of like letting the mask marinate
Yeah.
before taking it off.
We obviously can't see her face here, but her makeup is so
Agreed. And this
love
is how you
makeup.
properly do that
high
kind
low?
of the high low. Thank you. I was trying to figure out what to say. with
I
that.
did clock that. I'm like, this is better because it's the right size and wideness and shortness.
The colors matching with the, I know they're not really gloves, they're just like arm pieces with the mask. The makeup was so great. It was very like, I don't know, I always say that the perfect drag makeup is like the 90s supermodel where it just looks airbrushed and like pointed, elevated, elongated, all of it.
George's.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like the fact that like you could tell like there was a lot of effort to keep it cohesive. Like when we get to the tool, like where it meets the bodice and everything, it feels like it's very cohesive.
All while still being Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I know you don't know that reference right though, but yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes. And thankfully she does not get eliminated in the first episode like Dorinda does. So. For anybody watching,
That's a traitor spoiler. Warning.
Well, if you got a problem with that, you could tweet me at Holler. Okay, so up next we have Arietti.
I saw this too. I don't like it. I actually really was like not well. Like
I like the garment, like how it has like the elements of like the blood dripping from her face all over it. I feel like it's stoned well. I get that you're not into like the mythical like animal of it all, but I think in this case it's like done in an elegant way.
It's another case for me of like it's just not my cup of tea. Like it's not the fierce diva tea of the night.
I would rather have this than what Dawn was doing.
This to me was great. I needed more blood. Maybe I've just been so like desensitized because
no, I feel like if you're gonna go there, you can go a little bit further.
20% cycle news on you.
That headpiece really wasn't that much of a mask though.
No.
Which I think is like a common theme that we're gonna be talking about with these runways.
This wig, lace front, there were like little textured pieces on the forehead that went into this beautiful eye look. Yes, it is animalistic. Even the ears. It's like that's its own entity. And then to have this garment, just like all of the, I don't know, it reminds me of like a fish, kind of like how Goldeen, the Pokemon, is just very like ethereal, and the way that she carried herself, especially on the runway, was, I liked it, even though I know that Arietti is from the Seattle area, and being here and knowing who they are, it's nice to see, wow, you actually like executed this a little, this great and polished and not as rough around the edges. The hem of the skirt, you can see even in this picture, I put in my notes, the hem of the skirt seemed undone.
Yeah.
So,
although I will say
it doesn't fit her measurement perfectly at the bottom or something.
But on a positive note, I like the fact that her makeup and like her ears kind of had that same angle, and then like as you've seen the mermaid tail on the gown, like also kind of keep that same shape. It seems like it's very much trying to go up and like snatch herself back more, which I think it works. I think it was done well. Could she have gone a little bit further? Absolutely, but by far not the worst thing that we saw at all. I think it's actually very good look for the runway this week.
Yeah, more blood.
Yeah, and more decorative blood.
Yeah.
Decorate it with blood if you're gonna be bloody.
Yeah, welcome to the stage. More decorative blood.
Welcome stage.
Yeah. Let's see. Up next, we have Lydia B. Collins. This, I like the fact that for her look, she had the mask on, but she also had like such a structured like part of her makeup to kind of keep the illusion of like, oh,
Still a
that's just
mask.
yeah. I think she really tried to keep it as like truly mask. I don't think all the body that goes with it's just like it's too gray. It kind of like feels like okay, but where's Lydia in this? It just feels like it's
Mm-hmm.
not really anything identifiable. It doesn't really have like cohesion to it.
Yeah, it kind of misses the mark for me. I think the ideas are interesting and creativity is important as a drag queen. There's a point of view, but I do think it gets lost in her execution.
Yeah.
How many miles do you think have been worn in those over the knee dominatrix boots?
Those are her like only shoes. I
Those,
bet.
yeah. This
I mean,
is
those probably have
yeah.
as much miles as like a 2010 Toyota Prius.
She like jogs. She jogs on treadmills in those shoes.
yeah, I would agree. I like the face. I like BDSM mask kind of look.
The mask is my favorite part, honestly.
I think the mask, yeah, I think the mask is my favorite look. I do like that the silhouette of it all because I do kind of like that, you know, where it is a little bit more exaggerated in the hip area and the little, you know, legs. But it is a creature from down under and or a creature from another planet type of thing. So
yeah, the bust is really where it loses me because I mean the 6-titted like whatever you have going on here, like,
yeah,
it doesn't even feel like they're like strategically placed. It just kind of feels like they're like crushed but also drooping. It's like I don't know. It was a miss for me.
Yeah,
it's a no for me, dog.
Yeah. Up next, Lucky Stars coming out with this pizza box at first to unveil her face.
Stop relying on that silhouette, girl. that silhouette is gonna get her in trouble. I swear to God.
Here's the thing: like, if someone says, "Hey, you have pizza face," I'm gonna say thank you. This is giving pizza face in all the best ways.
This isn't a read. It reminds me of like all that from like back in the day, like when you have like those characters that have like the food on their face and everything, but it's done in like a campy drag way. Like I don't care if like the pizza slice is like up to the fucking ceiling and it's giving us like a Paul Phoenix silhouette from like Tekken 8, but like I feel like this was done well in a way that it not only meets the brief, but also shows more of that personality, bitch, because we have like
I hate it.
Yeah.
Millie's
okay, but more pizza dripping on the arm. If you really want to go for that, because the element of it on the arm, I get mobility wise, you want things to do, but like if you're gonna be cheesy,
be cheesy.
Yeah, like I feel like if they had like a train that was like supposed to be like a cheese pull, I feel like that could have been really good and like maybe make it look like stuff
or make it like rubbery too, so there's like a stretch or something like that. Like that. Yeah, I mean, how broken are we that we're like, I don't think this is enough. Like she didn't take it far enough. Like
no, I think it was good. I enjoyed it, but it's also like if we want to go like pizza, like what could we do to like really like go? If you're gonna go maximalist, you gotta go
even further.
Maximalist. Like I want a fucking cheese pull. I want dipping sauce. I want to see what's on the crust.
And her entrance look would have worked for Mask, and it would have worked better.
I think this look for this week makes a hell of a lot more sense than the look that we get for episode 2. Because that felt completely misplaced.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense. I had to like do some math in my head.
Yeah,
queer math.
I mean, you'll see it on the screen.
Queer math.
Attack queer math.
I love it.
Yeah. Up next, we have Susie Toot, who comes out with this.
All right, I'm not defending this one. I didn't like it at all.
Fucking like dime over her.
Keep
face.
it on the face.
She came out looking like fucking Pearl from SpongeBob.
I didn't like this one at all.
And then she takes it off to like look like fucking what's his face from the Addams Family, the dad. Like very much. Yeah.
Mortimer? No, that's the Goth family.
But like the point being is just like it's like an like I get like you're trying to keep like the theme of it being like it's nickel plated and everything, which is like I don't mind the shape of the wig, which is it's so bronze but also like so grayed out and then
wait, go back. Nickel plating, what does it have to do with anything? I don't get it. Like I don't
the
understand.
silver in her wig is trying to match the dime that's on her. Like she's trying to keep the theme of like silvers and grays throughout the whole look.
But what does it have to like? Why is being a dime significant here? Like why? What's
we trust.
Or
we trust.
Is that
she's
like
just
what
being a dime?
was that what she was getting paid to do drag back in the Great Depression?
I
Like,
don't know.
A dime for your troubles. Oh my gosh.
yeah, like I would
It's-
like I wouldn't hesitate to throw that into like a fountain somewhere to make a wish for it to disappear. Like
this I liked that the mask was coherent together. However,
Yeah, it was a cohesive thought.
this look is giving themed restaurant.
That's dirty. Themed restaurant is
No, it's giving
Heart
like
attack-
the life
heart attack
story
girl.
of Eugene Krabs and like this part of one of the musical
Yeah,
numbers.
I don't know. I think the idea, I just don't really appreciate it enough.
It's-
And the bronzer placement is just killing me because like it's so much brown
Okay,
that
be
like
nice
it's
about the
not even
face.
shaping.
The face is better here than it was about the. I'm back in my advocacy.
I don't agree.
The face is better. No, the face is much better. Are you kidding?
No, I think the face was
It's
the
better.
best during the actual talent number.
Okay,
because
no,
she
but we
repainted.
didn't get there. But it's better than the entrance.
And
was.
sorry, we don't have pictures for the talent show, so I apologize about that. I only had time to make 2 big PowerPoints this weekend. But the point being is
Working your
just
ass off.
her style of makeup does no favors to trying to overemphasize it because it's like it doesn't even have any sort of like shape or contour
It's a
to it. It's
period
just
piece. It's a period piece.
it's muddy.
It's no.
It
it's
is
not.
muddy.
No,
It's
it's not.
giving.
It
it's
looks like an
giving-
ashtray.
No, no. I'm gonna go back to my advocating. It's not muddy. It's not muddy. It's not ugly in the face.
Mhm.
The face is stop. The face is fine, guys. The face is fine. I think I'm accepting this face. I think she has a decision. She made decisions, and we all make choices. And I think that this was a choice that she made strategically.
Choices.
And that's. I'm gonna stop talking.
Choices.
It's
Mhm.
fine. I think the face is fine. The face is fine. I don't think it's muddy. I'm not calling it muddy. I'm going to advocate against muddy.
I mean, I think she should pay a fine for the face. But...
I'm a centrist on this face. I think is the difference between you guys and me.
all right.
That's fine.
I'm a centrist.
Up next, we have Corey King with this like raven look.
Yeah, Corey looks
Feathered
hot.
down. This was
She's
one of
good.
my favorite looks of the week. I feel like it was done well. I love how big the wig was. I think the fact that like she also like made sure to let like the beak and everything marinate before the reveal, and it also just was painted so well. Yes, it's a lot of black, but the one thing that we've learned about the runway on Drag Race is that yes, sometimes monochromatic doesn't always work, but if you have texture,
Texture really makes it. Yeah,
yes.
it doesn't.
She's
Yeah,
stoned, she's feathered, like the actual shape of the garment
Stone
has
feather, like,
movement.
the hair teased out.
Yeah.
This
and
is
blooming.
this is like put her in a HBO series of I don't know. Like it's already over with the House of Dragon, right? House of
Yeah.
Dragon
Yeah.
is over. But like this is giving like Queen of the Crows.
Yeah.
Queen of the Ravens. Like this
Like she's
is
trying
giving
to put the tea back in
rich.
Harry Potter. Lord knows JK don't want it.
it's giving like I mean I don't know how else to say it. Like if I want to go to a funeral, this is what I want to wear. This is what
Yeah,
I'm
like
gonna
if
wear to
I'm
my
knocking on death's door,
first husband.
like that,
Yeah.
that's what I want to see. That's telling me like it's over.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. This is the the third ghost that's gonna visit you.
Corey's a strong.
Now Millie talked about what award show did Diana Ross wear this at.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the fact that it's like it does have diva hair, but I don't care. I love it.
I loved it.
Corey's another strong one. Oof. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Corey's like the based off of like what she actually delivers when RuPaul's actually looking
Mhm.
at her. Which, by the way, just side note about RuPaul in these next 2 episodes, she was in a great mood the entire time. She was in a good mood. Okay, like she doesn't actually think the things that she said in the past 2 episodes. She was in a good mood and she's being nice to these queens because she picked children.
Well, it's not even just that. It's also the fact that when you're not actually having to judge them to make the decision other than who wins a lip sync.
Yeah, she was like suddenly a
Mhm.
lot nicer. I
That's
don't
not
know.
just being nicer. It's just like she doesn't have to think so methodically about how to say what she's thinking. And it
Yeah.
also doesn't feel like
Well-
production's telling her what to think either. It's actually letting these moments happen.
Yeah.
Millie
Agreed.
is reminding us that she in fact
Yeah.
likes this.
Yes, Billy actually thinks she does like it. And then the quote of "I'm a centrist."
I'm a centrist.
And going back to Susie Tooted Wood eating a SpongeBob episode, yeah, I feel like it has its place in a children's cartoon for a dime piece, and that's about it.
Guys.
But I mean,
I mean,
moving
even
on,
cartoons can make money.
yeah. Although, moving on from Corey King, next up, Hormona Lisa, and what can only be described as
Spunky.
Pepe Le Pew. You
She's
better
cute.
do.
She's cute. I like. I
thought this was-
It's
I-
sufficient.
I thought it was a good look for her.
It's a pass.
Like, I feel like it definitely
two.
like meets the brief of Masked Singer, because like I'm sure like if they did have like a skunk thing, they wanted to make it look like more like feminine and like
Oh.
actually dainty. I could see it working well with this, and I don't think anything about it stands out as negative to me.
All right, I know that we just like went through the entire runway, but I think I just understood the concept that some people were going for like a Masked Singer costume. I think that just occurred to me. I know that we literally just spent a half hour like, but I get it now.
Yeah, because the whole play on Mask for
I get
Mask
it
is
now.
like a sex
I
preference.
get
and
it
that-
now. Oh wait, no, now
It's a
Tootie,
double entendre.
Now Tutti Frutti or whatever her name is. That makes sense that she's a dime. I get it now. I get it.
Yo, did you know that Hormona Lisa credits Marilyn Monroe and John Benet Ramsey as her inspiration
Here or just in life?
in life, in her drag?
I mean, when we get into her talent, I think her talent's with John Benet Ramsey.
I did remember her bringing up John Benet Ramsey. Yeah. Babe, she was murdered at like 9. What
I
was she
know!
inspired to do?
Why?
to
like-
bury it away.
That is so weird. Sorry, I was reading that. I was like, I have to share this.
To
This-
credit, like I was really inspired to put on makeup and go and dance in this outfit because I am just a huge fan of John Benet Ramsey. Like
John
that's
Benet
was so
Ramsey.
unhinged. And then Marilyn Monroe also dead, but like dead in a different way. You know, like
Yeah.
Do you have any alive inspiration? Because it doesn't look like you do.
Although I will say on the Marilyn front, like I do kind of see it with like the waves in her wig, but like this seems like something that I could see her singing "Happy Birthday, Mr. President" in.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah.
she's doing her best to try to not stink up the room.
Yeah,
No, she stank up the room pretty fucking bad.
I mean
okay?
that's why they're gonna throw tomatoes on her in the next episode. No,
Absolutely.
stop that
But-
smell.
I do have to say, I love this silhouette.
the
I
silhouette's
agree.
nice. The silhouette's nice. Her
Right.
silhouettes are nice.
The curves work. I feel like the painting works. The wig works.
This
Everything
one
worked.
works.
This
Yeah.
was a good. This was a good look for her, and it
Yeah.
kind of makes what happens in episode 2 more ironic. Oh well. Up next, we have Crystal Envy, which I will say had the best.
Fuck off.
No. The best execution of the mask part.
Yes.
Mhm.
However,
The opening, yeah.
yeah, face crack of the century. I loved that.
Mhm.
The rest of the outfit, it's giving like very much like the marionettes and the Dunlop part of Shrek when they first like get to far, far away. I think.
And
Yeah.
Shrek,
This
wipe
like
your shoes
period.
off your face.
Yeah.
Isn't this like between the two episodes? Isn't this like kind of like Marie Antoinette, like the second one we get? Like we get another
Yeah. Trend alert is Marie Antoinette. So
Toy Story Bo Peep we got in the comments. That
Yeah.
which is that is
It is
yeah.
giving a RAP Party City
yeah.
I don't like it.
costume. But yeah, face crack of the century. I loved all the little jokes.
Mhm.
The mask was so great.
The
I
big-
want to know, how did
good,
you
solid
engineer
mask.
that?
I
How
just
did you
wish
figure
the
it out?
outfit lived up to the success of
Yeah.
the mask reveal, because that
Yeah.
was such a good reveal.
Mm-hmm.
Which like
Ah.
if you're gonna have one good idea that you execute well, I do think that's important. Like that can really save you in the show when
Like-
you're like when there is a
Yeah.
middle of the pack to fall in.
Like this would be a safe look if there's like a traditional episode, because I feel like the reveal was so good, but the rest of the outfit is just not as good. It kind of cancels out if it would have been top placement or not.
Yeah. Mm.
I would have. It's a scoot.
It's a boot.
No, I say it's a scoot because it's like in between like a toot and a boot.
It's a snoot.
Well,
A
up
scoot.
next, Lexi
Ah.
Love paying homage to the VMAs with this Moon Man outfit.
If you were gonna do it,
I love
do
this.
it here. Come on.
The puffered bodysuit, like the helmet,
Brilliant.
like the actual
Mhm.
like interstellar makeup.
Lexi Lou.
It was a great look for Lexi.
I love her ideas. Yeah. No. It was so cool. I loved it.
And I love that, like, she's doubling down, like, no, I am a millennial. Like, when I think of MTV, this is the shit that I think of. I think of Britney Spears holding this bitch. I think of
Mhm.
NSYNC. I think of Beyonce. Like, you think of the Moon Man when you think of MTV.
I like this. This is fierce.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
this was it was overall a very good first episode for
I think
Lexi Love, and that's
anything-
even without her having to
No.
compete in the challenge that week.
Anything she
Mhm.
does is gonna be my favorite. Honestly, she's
Yeah.
so fierce. The moment I just looked at her face, like she just started the season right, just being the first one out of the workroom too. But yeah,
Yeah. Up next, Lana Jarre,
nah.
paying homage to her own cat. But again, we fall into if you're gonna have like the bodysuit, you do not have your ankles showing. If that's where it ends, wear a boot.
Yeah. Wear a boot.
And
You feel
also,
really passionate about it. You're like,
if you're gonna sell the
A hard
illusion,
line.
like I want to like be fully immersed.
yeah,
And then on top of that, this reads like it's like a hodgepodge of if she's trying to be in Cats or You're in Town, and I don't know which one it
Yeah.
was.
Oh my god. You're in. Oh
she's
my
like that
gosh.
Cats reboot that didn't do well.
Okay, I was about to say the Cats reboot. That was that 2020?
Yeah,
That should have been our
20
first sign that
2019?
things were going. Yeah.
Yeah,
that
I
was
mean,
the first time that 2020 was
The
coming.
moral of the story is Taylor Swift should never be in a musical again.
Sometimes when you're like,
you said it. I
really-
don't want that. I don't want this.
And Jennifer Hudson gave us the loudest performance in
What did I
memory I've ever heard.
No one ever needs to sing it again.
No. Did you hear that, BFA kids? Come up with new audition pieces. Give us a different 16 bars, please.
The lack. Okay, I want to say this with care, but the lack of tucking here, how the fabric is pulling
Oh,
there.
I didn't even know.
I didn't even clock the bulge.
Yeah, that's
It
no,
is-
meaty tuck, not bulge, bro. Come on.
Is
No, in
a
this case-
meaty tuck for sure.
Yeah.
And you know who every time that I've seen them live is like this. There's a difference between live shows and this is every time I see freaking Detox and their
She's got a
meaty
meat.
bulge.
As much as
What
Detox has
elderly
done
people.
to like preserve
Mhm.
her drag, that's always been the thing that's just like, oh girl.
And not to jump
I
in
know.
ahead.
And also, not to cut you off, Pink, but this silhouette, like for it being a cat suit, it doesn't flatter her.
But
It is
Lana-
giving cat.
Is she the one who later on is going to be the one when we do cake that she's got the lace on the ass?
Yes.
Because that's funny because there was a conversation in the pit stop where it's like, where is she tucking? Like, where'd she put it? And like,
I
you
don't-
couldn't even tell it all for that one.
I think she
know.
realized week to week, like, oh shit, I gotta.
Oh
gotta
shit,
do
I
something.
gotta.
Yeah, no, but that was like expert shit. Like she was like, watch my tuck. It was like suddenly she felt like a threat. I don't know. So this is like the juxtaposition of those two tuck situations. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know. I just feel like it was a miss for me all around.
this is enough.
Yeah.
Up next, we have Anya Nerve.
Do you,
I thought the
do,
chicken was lovely. Everybody try the chicken.
do you remember the apocalypse, the RuPaul episode where they had to literally use trash
Yeah.
to make their outfits? It is giving trash.
The traded kilt gutted me.
I mean, it's just not even
And
that.
Rose
'cause
is a phoenix.
No, but like she didn't even sell me on this. For starters, she's fucking Larry Lightning Luciano from the Great Snail Race going down this fucking runway. Like, how long did it take her to make her full like runway walk? Because like even Rue was clocking it in the commentary. There's no way that she was on that stage for less than 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Like the movement was not there. I don't like the idea of having like your gown be tracks and then like having like pieces of sew-in like as your garment.
Oh no! Oh yeah, this is like supposed to be that. See, that's
Especially
the
when
concept.
I like the wig. It's just
I know, and it's the concept of like this is supposed to be like black hair care kind of referencing. Like, and I've seen like outfits that were made out of like complete human hair that would have referenced like black hair care.
but they
and
were
styling.
done well.
And,
This
like,
But they
is
were
just
done
like-
well. This
Yeah,
is
She has like a bunch of beads that like you would normally put in hair that she easily could have arranged in like a very thoughtful artistic way, and she just didn't. And the same thing with the hair. So there was a lot of concept there that actually could have been used to create like a very nice silhouette, and instead this happened.
Yeah, and the thing that gets me is like you could see like the body, like the padding is right. It's just the garment
Yeah,
is
no, it was a good idea.
it
It was a
completely
solid
misses
yeah.
the mark though.
It was a solid concept if she had like some design skills.
Yeah. In fact, yeah, I mean
Mission
she's living up to the
accomplished.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then not only I can't unsee it now. I think that was the point, Millie, but yeah. I just Anya, it's a good thing that this was an episode that she was not in the talent show because this look, and if it was like actually a judge's critique, she would have gotten shredded on the runway for this one.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, last, and I don't want to say least, but it's
What?
Sam Starr.
Guys, I loved this. I know I loved this. I'm standing up for this one.
It's too tacky for me.
Tacky. It's a drag queen. What do you want?
No,
It looks
Tacky?
gross.
It's
No.
a drag queen.
no, this is the runway version of Megami holding that Protect Queer Eye sign last season.
No.
Bianca,
No.
it's too on the nose.
On
You're
the
gonna-
nose for what?
The mask isn't even a mask. It's a fucking headpiece of a rain cloud, and then you're just gonna be a rainbow afterwards.
Yes.
It's like, tell me you're gay without telling me you're gay.
It's a gay show. What? No.
This is not
a
the Rainbow
homosexual
Connection that
show.
Kermit was singing about.
Later on, someone's gonna pull a full like blush brush out of their asshole, and you're worried about this being gay? Like,
I
It's just
loved
too on the
it.
nose.
It is giving shower curtain of my
I loved
dreams.
it.
I loved
Yeah. You
I loved it.
hater.
It's
Do you
giving.
remember-
I just spilled my Crayola watercolors.
No,
Did you
gorgeous.
have the beaded door frame or the beaded?
I always wanted one, but my mother always
No, but I
said
know
that
what you're
it
talking
would
about,
break
yeah.
and like make a mess. So she's probably
This
right,
is what
but-
I would have always envisioned in front of my door frame. So
But also, and then like the colors kind of being like the veins from the hearts, like, and then you have the nude illusion.
I love the nude illusion. I love it so much.
I can't believe you're even thinking these thoughts.
It's well constructed, but it's just the style. I don't like it.
It's gorgeous.
I loved it.
This would be a great like, and it would be.
you're
it would
you're
double.
voted out. Voted
You
out.
You've been,
Sorry.
yeah, you've been
Bye, Jose.
executed.
This is your last day.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Your Squid Game's eliminated. No,
Can you imagine if I just played the outro right now?
it's okay. We could stop talking about it.
No, it's fine. It's not. This one was not one for me. Like, it's a fine look. I just don't feel any particularly positive way about it.
She takes it off. She
Well-
looks, and the dress doubles as a great, just as fucking cunt, like ass, like
It's
pride.
gonna do
Yes.
huge numbers in June.
It's good. Yeah. Yes. That's
So
like
it's
that's
gonna
like
be-
100 That's 90% of the job of a drag queen is like pulling
Honestly,
through Pride Month.
My favorite part about getting bangs is the fact that I don't have to do makeup from here up. Why
that's-
not have a mask now? I have to do
Have a rain
anything.
cloud.
Yeah.
With like
exactly.
your teenage dream, early 2000s little like walk. Did I hurt someone? Okay.
Oh my gosh, Jose! If I had known that your sister was so funny, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have bothered being friends with you. Just kidding. I love being friends with you. Just kidding. I take it back. I take it back.
I'm gonna remember that.
You know,
Colin.
you look first. You don't have to choose.
Oh
No.
I'm gonna bring it up eventually.
No,
You're not gonna know when, but I will.
Oh, okay. You give me cookie, got you cookie. I get it.
All right. But yeah, that was all of our looks that we had for the first runway of season
For the
17.
talent show.
Top looks.
Oh, we have to do top looks. Sorry, I'm so excited to talk about the talents. Okay.
My top two, and I think it's kind of gonna be repeated over and over again. I would say Corey King and Lexi Love are 1A and 1B for me.
For me, it's Lexi Louv and Rainbow Bitch. I can't remember her name. Sam Star?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam Star, Rainbow Bitch. It's like Rainbow Bright.
Yeah. All right, Rainbow.
I would have
Bright.
rather had the Bella Bright than that.
Oh, jeez.
That Night of Champions 2013 gear. Yeah.
That was good. They should come back with doing those costumes.
Millie, you know I'm the only true roaster on OLE currently. That's had a sanctioned
Yeah.
roast.
Mhm.
Sanctioned.
Really
might
went
I add.
bananas.
Yeah.
Listen, and I'm easy to roast.
Yeah.
I live my day.
I think we all have a lot of material that people could work with if we needed.
Thank you, Victoria Justice. But yes, we don't have pictures for the talent show, but
I have notes. This is where I
All
went
right.
in.
This is where you thrive. All right.
So first up, we had Jewel Sparkles, who did bitch track and a lip sync, which I thought was fine.
Okay,
It was
bitch.
good.
So the thing, if you're gonna do a lip sync, which apparently everyone and their mother's gonna do, unless you
Mhm.
decide to bomb at comedy, you have to do something unique. You better be at a minimum a fucking good dancer, and you have choreography down, or you have to have some kind of gimmick you pull. Like when Anitra
Yeah.
did her lip
Exactly
sync,
what I was thinking of.
she walked her duck, and then she added karate on top of that, or martial arts. I don't know
Yeah,
if it's technically karate.
But she broke the board.
Yeah, board breaking like that.
Oh,
was
yeah.
exciting. Yes. So Jewel Sparkles, let's remember, she doesn't. This spine is like circa 2024. Like this spine is like state of the art, not made out of her body.
Yeah, welcome to stage spine.
So
Bifida.
I immediately like the fact that she could move the way she did. And was she the Leche one?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. So I liked that too. I like that she's a Hispanic, namely a
Yeah.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah, she's the
Important
real
as I
laughing
am as
cow.
well. I like
Yeah,
that.
she's real. Yeah.
Yeah, but I like that she was able to move the way she did. It was my big thing.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a good performance. It's something that we've seen time and time again on Drag Race that kind of just feels like, yes, it can be well done, but it doesn't change the fact
well
that we're
done.
going on 17 years of this talent being shat and repeated
But
every year.
She's spine again.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
That's where she gets my credit.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying she did a bad job. I think she did a great job. And as we'll talk about later, she is eventually voted in the top 2. I just feel like we've seen so
We've
much of it.
seen
I
it.
was kind of hoping that this would be a year of talent shows where like we really have like some different shit. And we
It was a
didn't
lot
really
of lip
get it.
syncing, probably more so than anything else. Like more so than like any other previous season. It was a lot of lip syncing this season.
Yeah. I mean,
It's-
go ahead.
I was just gonna say this is what sells in gay bars, right?
I
You have
know.
your
And-
appearance, and
yeah.
this is how you get your
And
money.
you're gonna put it on Spotify, and it's gonna get like
yeah,
10,000
like having a
streams.
bitch track.
Make your $4. It's fine.
Yeah, like so I do think it's probably the most marketable way for a queen to go about this, even if it's not exciting
Mhm.
for the TV show itself.
But like as we find out, like as the talents go on, it's not even the best bitch track itself.
Of course not. No.
But it's catchy. Milk, titties, yeah. Up next, we had Arietti doing her folk dance.
Folk dance? No, it's like
That's what they called it on the wiki.
Oh.
It was a
Folk
dance
dance?
number.
bro, aren't we Hispanic? Didn't we know it was like a Mexican swing dancing?
Yeah, like I wouldn't call it it was like flamenco esque.
What? I just put slow for her. I didn't like it, obviously.
It was the dancing salsa
Uninspiring.
emoji.
I
Yeah.
was not. I didn't like it.
Like it went from like the high of like leche and like ooh titties to like oh she's just gonna move her skirt.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
felt
it was just skirt movement, and
it felt like when like a cultural like performer comes to like a middle school and like the class isn't interested, but like they have to get on the stage and they do their number and they're trying to engage the audience and the
not
kids are
the
like
middle
laughing.
school.
And I remember one time someone did that, and they were supposed to be Amish, and like the kids were so rude that like she broke character and was like, "Could you all shut the fuck up?"
My God.
And, like I was surprised she didn't do that. Basically, like she was like cutting a carrot, like trying to be like
Yeah.
Amish, and she literally stopped and she was like, "I've never broken character like this."
Yeah. This performance is
This was
why
that.
this performance is why so many companies are trying to get rid of DEI initiatives.
Yeah.
Walmart saw this and was inspired.
Oh my God. I was just gonna read from my notes as of I'm not expecting like a slutty direction or like more revealing outfits or even just straight up titties because you know how much I love those. But it's not pushing the envelope enough and it is not leaving anything to the imagination. It is just exactly what it is advertised, and
Yeah.
I'm not leaving this presentation going, you know what, I want to see more of. Not.
It was
That's-
giving very much opening act.
Yeah. Yes. An opening at
Yeah.
Agreed.
Up next, we have Lydia B. Collins with this burlesque number. I'm sorry, I love the sock. I love the sock.
Props for doing something unique. I think it's not a lip sync. I think I would constitute this as not a lip sync. Was she live singing?
No, she was lip syncing, but I
No,
mean, either
she's-
way, it
it
was more
was,
like
uh,
it felt
like
more
a-
like a burlesque number than just like a traditional.
She
diss
dropped
track.
the fan. I don't think that was intentional.
It was very comedic. It like
Mhm.
had the elements of camp. I like the fact that like it's playing on like the whole like dirty sock like.
I feel like if the sock like takes off, it's like has like nipples, pasties. Like you should also have them. Like it should be like. But that was just.
I mean, better that than a stain. If you know
Well,
what I
in the
mean.
workroom when she had mentioned I'm gonna do burlesque, I'm thinking like Carmen Carrera, like
or Ben de la Creme.
or Ben de la Creme, like something
Roxy.
that's like
Yeah,
I mean-
Roxy was hot though. That was
yeah,
it's like which way do you go with
multiple
burlesque? Do you
wig
go with, like,
reveals, all the
Yeah.
things. I was expecting something like that. I was pleasantly surprised. I did like the dirty sock thing because
I mean, we're assholes. We're perverts. It makes
Yeah.
sense.
if you don't understand a dirty crusty sock, you probably didn't grow up with.
Yeah, it's not for
didn't
you to
grow up
get.
with any boys. Feet? You into feet things. Okay.
Sorry.
Dirty, crusty socks, and you're talking about feet.
Feet?
I mean, okay.
We're talking about a drag
no.
queen doing a burlesque number
No,
about
you
a
guys
dirty,
are
crusty
disgusting.
sock.
I meant
and
like
you're-
if you don't have feet, you're not gonna have dirty socks.
No,
Not that,
that's
like-
not why it's crunchy. That's not.
Do you not know what we're talking about?
Fucking- What the fuck did you invite me here?
That's literally Bianca. You're 27 and you're just told me what you're going to do with the dirty
I
sock.
had to have a guy
Did
at
you not
chess.
watch American Pie?
I had to have a guy at chess explain to me that men stand while peeing. Like I'm really not. I'm not studied up on the male anatomy at all. The only thing I can make a guy say in bed is "ow." Like
Oh my god.
I don't.
This is part of the show where I'm just laughing. I'm so sorry.
I so I just told on myself, guys. Anyways, so Bianca's learning more about biology today. She's
It's
learning
not
more
even
about
biology. It's
I-
just
where babies
horny.
come from. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Welcome to self sex ed.
this is, okay. Anyway, so crusty sock, Bianca understands now, and she's not. And again, like I just want to emphasize that I'm not a foot fetishist. Like, I'm in the chess community, and there's like a whole rumor out there that I'm into like a foot stuff and pee. Like, and
Who
it's
started this rumor? You?
yes. It's just, no, it's just like a whole thing. It's a whole thing, and it just gets worse and worse. And then I tell on myself, and so now everyone's gonna know me as like foot pee girl.
What P girl?
They just
Why
added that
are we
in.
introducing P in this?
They
I have
added it in.
questions.
The chess community added it in. I
Okay.
don't know what that has to do with chess either.
Okay, before we go full on Tessa Blanchard, let's reel it back.
Okay, let's reel it back. Sorry, let's dial it back.
God.
So we're
Up
back.
next, we have Lucky Stars and her lemon tips.
I like
I-
that.
It was
Loved
very
it.
Jimbo, but I loved it.
That's a good gimmick for the lip sync.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's a
If-
good gimmick.
If I would want it to be, referred to as something, that's where I would want it.
Yeah, lemon tits is good. I like the motif of just spraying everybody in your juice.
Yeah,
loved it.
I love when the pit crew is just there for any reason, just to hold a cup, like he's just holding a cup.
Poor Bryce just getting like doused and.
Yeah,
Do we know if it's lemon juice or lemonade?
I think. Oh my god, lemon juice would fucking hurt, and
I
like
think
it gets
that
in
would
your
It has
eyes.
to be
You're like,
lemonade.
I
well,
don't know.
Yeah, I don't think
just
that. I love how Michael also makes the AJ style joke. The jazz community, he don't want none.
Oh.
Well, but yeah, no, I
I'm
do
kind of a
like.
big deal in the chess community
Yeah,
for all the wrong reasons, apparently.
Apparently, all the feet reasons.
All the feet reasons.
yeah. I mean, speaking of all the wrong reasons, we have Acacia Forgotten her country number. I do
Boo.
appreciate the fact that it was live singing and playing an instrument. However, I just don't think that Park and Bark singing works
okay.
for a talent show unless it's like grand vocals.
I
That was not
couldn't-
grand.
I couldn't make out what she was saying. No, her vocals weren't bad. If you could understand what she was saying and there was like a joke in there somewhere.
No, like I'm not talking about like her being her tone or anything. I'm just saying the performance itself. You're gonna sit there and sing. I want like some belting. I want like a diva. I want like big theatrical vocals like that.
I had no idea what she was saying.
I don't want no like country bumpkin ass like Grand Ole
Into
Opry
the
ass
song.
performance on Drag Race.
I think
If you're gonna play the guitar and sing, I want to see you moving around. Put a headset mic.
no,
on,
I
like-
think if you add like humor or pizzazz, or you make it like slutty or funny, or like something about a character or personality, I think it could work.
Yeah, that's why it worked for Trixie Mattel.
Yeah.
I was about to say, there's her moving parts, right? The moving parts.
Moving
Yeah.
parts.
Documentary and all of the
we
things.
also saw Trixie and Katya live when they were touring in 2022. God, it was so fucking
We
good.
also saw, we've seen them twice here. And all I want to do is I really want to give Katya my teeth. I have my baby teeth.
Oh, you have
How
baby
fun
teeth?
would that be?
You're gonna give
But
me
you
Yeah,
know,
I
she
just
would,
want my baby
she would turn up for that.
Yeah.
Do you have any like
She would
sense of
love my
nostalgia?
teeth.
Like
For the people that don't get it, you could actually Google Katya teeth.
does she
like,
does
it's
she
a whole
collect a
thing.
lot of them still?
I'm sure she does.
Mhm.
I think you should give your teeth to Katya, probably.
I think so,
it's a good
too.
place to put them,
Yeah.
I guess. But
Also
I
gives
agree.
new meaning to the term tooth fairy. 'Cause-
Well, she is certainly a fairy.
yeah. Yes, because when I think of tooth fairy, I think of Ekaterina Petrovna Zamlashkova.
That
Or
was
your dad just calls her
impressive.
Katya. Yeah. You know, we've only watched a couple episodes in our day. Just a couple, not
Only
all
a few.
200 and something, you know. And then last but not least, this is the
Don't look at my
redemption that
internet
Bianca's
search
been waiting
history.
for all episode. Susie Toot and her 10 tapping toes.
and now, okay, wait, no. Okay,
More feet.
does she? I'm like, let's go, let's fucking go. I'm invested. Do you see my face light up?
Yeah.
Okay. So speaking of feet, I immediately was gonna ask a fun question. Does she have 9 toes? Because everyone kept making that joke.
I don't know.
I think she might actually have 9 toes.
What?
Hello? People kept saying that, right? Okay, wait. What's her name again?
Susie Toot?
I just
How are you gonna go like so braggadociously like trying to defend this bitch and then
I'm
you
like,
forget her
what
name?
the fuck is her? What does she look like?
Susie
Okay.
Toot.
Good
They kept
lord.
making the joke.
Mm-hmm.
Also, thank you guys for sticking around for this. I know this is a long-winded episode, but we're also covering 2 full episodes of Drag Race.
Yeah.
Introducing you guys to the queens.
And
Yes,
me.
we are approaching hour 2, and we're still only on the first episode, but it's a 90-minute program. So y'all can deal with it.
That's a lot to cover.
Yeah, it is a lot to cover. We have 3
Yeah,
hours.
that's
of
just
Drag Race
Susie's
to
makeup.
cover. Okay. All right. Okay. So whatever, there's a joke going around. There's a rumor that has neither been confirmed nor denied from my quick Googling that she has 9 toes, which is even funnier that she's into tap.
The fact that you know this is not beating the foot out allegations. So.
No, it's
it's
not.
not that I know this. I just paid attention. I rewatched the episode specifically for this and
She
other
focuses
reasons.
on the feet. Okay.
Mhm.
I really like the tap dancing. I like when she
Mhm.
did the Gettysburg. Guys, I don't like. I these allegations.
Go on. I'm listening.
No, the talent number was good.
I don't.
I will
Yeah.
give her that.
Well, I can't help it that her talent is about feet. But I did think that it was original. And then if we fast forward to when she top 2s, we're back into feet
Yeah.
again.
That's what you enjoyed. So
Well,
Okay, all right. So I'm trying not see. But okay, here's the thing. You guys are like basically like try not to think of a purple elephant or whatever.
even Michael's saying you got to move past the feet.
mhm.
It's a foot talent. Okay. And that like you guys don't like her face, you
No.
don't like her looks, you don't like her body. The only thing that's carried her so far in this competition is her feet. And now you're mad at me for it. Why am I being
Is it her feet or her ability to use the feet? Is that
her
where
ability to
you're-
use the feet?
Because we all have feet. It's just what you do to make good with them.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
She-
Anyways,
Yeah, no, she made good. She did the talent, and then as we find out in Rate a Queen, her and Jules Sparkles are the top 2
Okay.
queens of the week.
Mm.
Do you all agree?
By a country mile.
I disagree with one of
C-U-N-T.
them.
you don't like Jewel Sparkles?
I think it should have been Lucky Stars instead of Jules Sparkles.
Which one was Lucky Stars?
Lemon Tits.
Lemon Tits?
Lemon
Lemon Tits should have been
Tits.
there. Yeah, Lemon Tits and Toe Tapper. Yeah.
Not to be confused with Jake Tapper. But yes, the Raider Queen verdict is in. So we have our top 2 queens of Jewel Sparkles and Susie Toot. The queen that will have to lip sync for her life in episode 2 ends up being Acacia Forgot. Do you guys agree that that was the worst talent of the
Yes.
episode?
It was giving librarian in the worst kind of ways.
No, I feel like that one, like Arita.
Yeah, Ariadne also could have been
Arita.
the bottom.
The name.
Arita. Ariadne.
Yeah, Ariadne.
You just pedestrianized her.
Yeah. Like which one?
Yeah, that girl, Geppetto.
No. She
need a better talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I felt like Arati could have been
Yeah.
in the bottom. Like I feel like live singing you should give some credit to.
Yeah, I feel like I would have probably put Ariadne over Acacia in the bottom, but that's neither here nor there. Because we did not rate a queen.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we do have the top 2 lip syncing for the win to one of the most polarizing songs of 2024. Woman's World by Katy Perry.
Does everyone should we say why it's like polarizing just so people know?
No, the people in the chat know why it's polarizing.
people in the chat know why. Okay.
Like,
But guys, it's making fun of being in a woman's world, and that it's a joke. Did you know it's a
written
joke?
by a sexual abuser,
I don't
a male sexual abuser.
I don't. Yeah, the song is weak. They thought it would pop off, which is such a mistake. It sounds
Stream
like shit.
Joyride by Kesha.
Yeah, Joyride is good. Joyride is fucking good,
Watch us get Joyride in the same season as Woman's World. That'll be fucking apropos.
dude.
She's scheduled to be a guest judge, correct, Kesha?
You know, I don't know.
I think she might be.
No, let me look it up. Hold on. Let's see.
Yeah,
If
you
she
do-
is,
you
that's
do
going to be
your
the
whole
biggest
thing.
gag. Drag Race season 17 guest judges list. Let's see. She is not.
She's not. We're gonna be getting Adam Lambert though.
We're getting Quinta Brunson, Hunter Schafer,
I love Adam Lambert.
Whitney Cummings. Law Roach needs to be on the permanent judges panel. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Give me Law Roach and T.S. Madison on the same panel every week, and then you could still rotate in Carson and Ross
Ross.
and have like a 5-person panel again, because I fucking miss it.
I miss when there's more.
Like, if you were gonna have fucking Santino Rice every fucking week, you could have Law Roach every
Yeah,
fucking week.
Santino
Ah!
Rice.
So I recently rewatched season 6.
You know that son of a bitch is crazy now.
Is he?
He
He's
is?
so fucking conservative. It is like it is
How?
extreme.
Conservative gays
But
are
no,
like,
like he's not even gay. Like,
he's not gay.
no,
No.
Why did we like him to begin with?
because he was gay adjacent because he was on Drag Race.
On-
Even then,
on-
I didn't really like him then.
How quickly we forget our
Project
origin
Runway.
stories.
Project Runway.
As Mark Cohn once said,
I
"How did
I have
we
to
get
stop
here?"
headcanoning people as gay. It's not good, but I just make people gay in my mind, especially if I'm feeling lonely.
Here's the thing. I'm not gonna out people, but he gives gay energy. He gives closeted
I
gay
don't-
energy.
I really work hard to not out people, which is like difficult because I do it on accident. I feel like I do. It's easy to do on accident because you're so excited that gay is happening, and then you just like just ruin a couple lives, like at the sub shop.
I mean, better the sub shop than the bus stop, right, Roxy?
Listen, when I came out in 2016, everybody said we know.
Yeah.
We know.
See,
Yeah.
I have a tendency to just I think my friend called me a fag hag because I have a tendency to only like all the guys I date have a tendency to skew a specific sexual orientation that is not heterosexual in some way or another.
But honestly, you're not the only person I know that has like those kind of like attractions.
But if I make it abundantly clear that I'm probably never going to date a straight guy, then I have a guy on my arm and it's like, oh, he must be gay, but he might not be out like that. So like I have to
Yeah.
leave some air of
Yeah.
mystery. And thankfully straight people are so self-centered that they think that there's still a chance with me. So
Or also, just because like the person a woman is with might not be the most 100% mask guy doesn't mean they're automatically a beard for them.
It's true.
yeah,
I mean-
no, yeah, you can be this if two bitches could be together, then you could be feminine.
Look
and
at Jeremy
guy and
Jordan.
also like, well, maybe you
Listen,
don't do that. But
He's
I shouldn't. I have a stop with my
Jeremy
hand
Jordan
motions.
is a sparkle straight. He's a flaming heterosexual. We need more people like Jeremy Jordan.
I want
So, I mean, if we wanted to talk about that, because I was called a fag hag, like all through my life because every like relationship or person that I liked or
She is Michael.
Yeah.
I loved Clay Aiken. I was obsessed with Clay
I
Aiken.
fucking loved Clay Aiken as well.
Cried when he came out as gay. Obsessed with Adam Lambert.
Were you obsessed with David
Fucking-
Archuleta?
I was obsessed with David Archuleta. I had a apparently American Idol fantasy, but like I went to a Christian college in New York. I went to NIAG,
Damn.
and every guy that I liked came out.
Damn.
And I talked about it in my therapy, and I was like, I don't understand. Like every time that like I would go to date, like, you know, a male presenting person, they just always turn out to either be like, hey, I'm bisexual, or they would come out.
Mhm.
And it's because I am
Yeah, yeah.
attracted to someone who is very in tune with their emotions and more of that softer side, which can be a trait that is found in non-straight people, which is not a bad thing to have, but I do like the more feminine side of a male partner because
Yeah.
I am more masculine in my femme body or whatever. That
Yeah.
I like being
Yin and yang.
it just is. So I don't want you to feel like that.
Also I literally have like I had 2 mental health professionals, a psychiatrist and a therapist, and they were both they thems. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, in terms of just to add to gay, but
Just add it all. Just in
Millie,
just-
are you okay?
I once had a guy tell me he asked me out to make sure he's still bi.
oh
But was he? You can't leave us on that cliffhanger.
yeah, I can't leave us on there. I mean, I have had guys hook up with me to be like, yeah, I'm straight. Yeah. See, I'm straight. And I'm like, you're not. You were crying.
Like, it's okay.
You were
it gets better.
crying. What's
Well-
happening?
At the end, you just turn and you're like, it gets better.
It gets
It
better.
gets better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same Love by Macklemore plays in the background.
Yeah.
I can't change.
But on that note, Susie Toot does win the lip sync. She wins $5,000, and we are going to get ready to move on to episode 2. But before that, let's take a we're not going to lower my desk. We're going to take a quick little couple-minute break here. Stretch your legs, get some water, and we'll be right back to talk episode 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah, I'm grabbing something to eat.
So we'll be right back.
Please note.
Never gonna stop, never gonna change, never gonna do the things you say. I run my own way to get there. Pulls a coin and I don't seem to care. In the air, no more crowd, just the opposite kind of few clouds. So tell me this time is coming for the sake of all your lies. Why don't you try to be wise? Know that I need you anyway.
Just to feel like I'm fading, and though my heart breaks a beat of time, I've crossed the lines just to tell you, don't lead the way, don't even say that I try with a try to play in the rain. I feel like I'm fading.
And now to this bitch that had a lot to say about me on the Pissed Off the other day. Raven, once again!
I mean, you just can't help but to enjoy that. Bianca will be right back, guys. I thought we were going to have more stuff to play in between as like a little bit of a buffer, but yeah, I mean, you got to love the fact that we are speaking so passionately about something that we enjoy on a weekly basis that isn't wrestling. And if we just happen to be live for a long time, so fucking be it. Because I'm having a great time.
Do you know what I love about people who also love wrestling is that we also have other hobbies.
Yeah.
That's how you can tell that we're like kind of mentally unstable, but also very sane in the brain. So,
and that's why we're able to have normal interactions on Twitter without being tribalistic.
I mostly go, that just seems like so much effort. You know, that just seems like so much emotional taxation of let me one up this person on the internet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's just being on wrestling Twitter kind of lets you have a thicker skin for damn near anything because you truly never know what the fuck somebody's going to say.
I mean, I talked about my being on the spectrum diagnosis because I was diagnosed with ADHD at age of 13. I'm 22 years past that now. So having the same diagnosis because it changes who you are and same medication needs to be adjusted. So my adventure of like, I think maybe I'm.
There you go. We didn't even start the second episode yet. We're just having a little chat.
But it's a thing of like, I talked about it so openly on the internet, and I'm having people in my comment section be like, well, actually, it's actually this definition, and this one is tired, and you know, this one is outdated. And it's like, I don't know these things. You are teaching me. Thank you for teaching me.
Yeah.
But like
you could also teach someone in a way that doesn't condemn them.
Right. Like, I don't look like I'm autistic. Okay, cool. Show me what do you think that means? What is
Where
that?
did I come into this conversation?
Oh, we were talking about like how being on wrestling Twitter kind of prepares you for like any buck wild shit that people will say. Because they will say anything about anything without any context or invitation to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like to will actually you. And it's like, you know what? This is why there are not that many open wrestling fans. Because
yeah, just remember Kat Dennings.
I know. Imagine that hottie just sitting in a wrestling show. Ugh.
I will say, thank God that somehow wrestling fans have not scared away Vanessa Hudgens.
She's a freak, though. She's kind of a freak.
I mean, yeah. I mean, to not only survive like Disney days and like having your stuff leak online and like.
Wait, what did she have to do with wrestling?
Oh, Vanessa Hudgens is a huge wrestling.
She's a huge wrestling fan.
Oh,
and like she's been at like quite a few of the last few shows. They've been showing her on TV and shit. Like she's in deep, and I love that for her.
Collins, I love like I mentioned the chess community when I brought up my fetishes, but alleged. I love your shirt on that note. I love your shirt.
Oh, it's a whole suit.
It's a bodysuit?
It's a matching set because it's the auntie gimmick.
I love that. That's so fierce. See,
And
that's
also-
my fetish. Checkerboard is my fetish.
But
And I'll go on the record for that one.
yeah, Mama, that's just hairspray. But also like I mean, the checkerboard finish line, drag race.
That's why I was wearing it.
Yeah, it all comes back together just the same way that we just came back together now because we're back to talk episode 2, season 17. Girl, move up a little bit more. You're all the way back there.
Last year, my best friend Sam and I, we went to this gay bar in Seattle to watch Drag Race, and it was kind of like a drag bingo every single night, which was kind of fun. And the one themed night that they had was racing or something like that. So I came in. I have a different also play suit that is also checkered. So I came in just looking like the Finnish flag, and I won. I won $25. So
well done, Mama.
Yeah. So sometimes it pays to be a literal flag.
Checker. Yeah,
checkered flag.
You know what? Hey, the worst thing that happens when you wear a checkerboard is that you win some money. Who cares? Who cares?
Isn't that why I'm here?
Fuck around and win some money.
Yeah, I mean, the Queen's definitely fucked around because now we're starting to feel a little bit of the wrath of Raider Queen as they get back into the workroom because Acacia is obviously kind of down about getting the lowest rank in Raider Queen.
She is bitter as hell.
And like she's clocking the fact that like what she did was like, as original as you can be because everybody else for the most part is lip syncing, which is a very valid critique. That
I
doesn't
get it.
that it was a mid performance of live singing, but I could understand like being in your bag about like not having that kind of showcase.
Yeah, but it wasn't be original and have an original song. It was RuPaul's,
It was a talent
know,
show.
talent.
Drag Queen's Got Talent.
Yeah. So her being like, well, I was original. Okay, bitch, your originality sucks. Her attitude sucked. And even her like going around to all the different queens to be like, so what are you doing? It's like you're playing a game and nobody's here.
Yeah, and we're also
baby
gonna
for it.
get we'll circle back to that too, because when we get into the next day in the workroom as they're starting to get ready and painting for night 2 of the talent show, we get a lovely surprise from the one and only Lawrence Cheney, the winner of Drag Race UK Season 2, who comes in with a big box and says one question that can change everything. Cake or cock?
And it was not cake, it was cock.
No, it was cock. But
Who'd
the
have
funny
thought
part
that?
is that it was actually just a bust of a rooster and Lawrence broke the wing off it. But it was a way to ease into what the brief was for the runway, because as we'll get into later, the category is it cake? But yeah,
Is it cake?
so from that point on, the girls are getting ready. Acacia is again going around kind of like seat by seat. What's your talent? What's your talent? And then I think it's Ariadne that kind of clocks. It's like, well, Acacia, since you're in the bottom and you're also voting this week, who would you want to see in the bottom with you to lip sync against?
Which is just go for it. What did she say in response?
She said Hormona. She said Hormona Lisa. And that kind of gets Hormona feeling kind of miffed. And like that's when Hormona's basically saying, well, like if you try to do that, then you're going against RuPaul because I was handpicked to be here.
I was handpicked to be here, and it's like, both leave. Goodbye.
Like, girl, you were handpicked to be here, and that hand made a mistake. Like, that's
Like,
just a lot.
That's almost as
everybody
bad as
makes
Lisa
mistakes
Rinna constantly
sometimes.
bringing up her husband.
And she brings it up all the way to the end of the episode, which I'm trying to not bring up.
She's gonna bring it up to her freaking deathbed. She's gonna be, with an
Like her
IV
last
drip and
breath.
everything, and she's gonna go,
It's just too much. Like, girl, the horse isn't even just dead; it's at the glue factory. Like, Mama, that's
this is Elmer's. Yeah,
Elmer's.
Oh Lord. But yeah, so I mean,
I'm exhausted by her. Sorry.
yeah, it's the Rose McGowan. Imagine how tired we are.
Yeah.
It also kind of tells you like how little really happens in this episode until they get to the talent show, because like we're probably gonna breeze through episode 2 just because it's not so much about getting familiar with the queens.
Yeah.
Although one of the things that did kind of stand out to me was Anya talking about like her upbringing in drag, because she started later around the age of 27, and like how she's still like to this day struggling trying to find her community in Cleveland as
Like,
far as like drag and
getting
like,
into the gay
culture.
community,
Yeah.
and understanding gay shit. I could relate hard to that. Like, I feel like sometimes there's such like a strong like language and verbiage around like gayness and queerness that it could feel like if you're like kind of like on the outside if you don't like participate like inwardly, or like you're less gay if you don't like do all the shit, like, and it could feel like you're like not valid. And I mean, the gay community like back in like 2006 used to be like vicious and transphobic, and I mean we didn't even get trans girls on
I mean,
this
to this
show.
day there's still like some transphobia going on, like there's biphobia for sure.
There's racism on Grindr, no fat, so femme, so Asian.
Yeah.
like you there's just like, so there's like a lot of like tension there too that to deal with, and feeling like an outsider is not fun, and it's easy to feel like that.
Feeling like an
go ahead,
outsider, and you don't fit in with where you think you should be
among the weirdos. Like, we're called queer for a reason.
Yeah.
And not even just that, but like if you guys are going to be such a marginalized community, why should there be a caste system within the community that also who's to say that caste system is Bible? Because it's not. It's what
not.
your own like
Perceptions are.
It's your narrow like blinders that you have fixated on certain parts of the community, when the whole point of community is to bring everybody together.
I liked her openness, because I would look at her and think like, like she's a successful drag queen. She's the one who does like her rap is like solid.
We'll get into the talent because it makes up for
she's like a bomb ass drag queen who's got like a point of view and a perspective and a strong like like she's pretty polished, I'd say too.
Yeah.
And she feels like this insecurity kind of makes me feel better about myself because it's like, oh, maybe there's hope for me.
Well, not even just that too.
Maybe
I
I'm not
feel like
trash.
this past year, especially, like
Maybe
I
I
feel
am
like a
too.
lot more people are becoming privy to the idea of imposter syndrome because we're
Yeah.
seeing
Yeah.
a lot more people being able to speak candidly about it, regardless of what industry you're in. So it's not only that it's something valid, it's something that a lot of people, regardless if you're like in the community or not, can empathize with because chances are they might be feeling it themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if you talk to well, there are some people that are at the height of their game, especially in the drag world, that would say, "Yeah, I'm the best." Willem comes to mind of I'm the best.
Love
If you
Willem.
think that you suck, I'm gonna walk over your dead body. But then there
Mhm.
definitely are those people like Katya who's talked openly about I don't fit in here. I'm a weirdo. Like I don't think that I can do this. You know, someone who's also in sobriety and like dealing with their own,
Mental
Mhm.
health.
mental health and demons. It's a lot of like, what do I rely on to kind of shut up those voices? And if you don't have that support system, and I feel so much empathy for folks like that because we all deal with it,
Mhm.
but it's the people around you that really make a difference. So, but 26 is kind of late to jump into drag now because all these,
Young kids,
all
yeah.
all these young kids are starting when they're like
In high
8.
school.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like when it comes to like even certain things, age is only but a number. If you feel
Mhm.
motivated enough to try to do something and it just happens to be later on in your life,
You could
who's
do
to
it.
say?
Yeah.
Fucking Diamond Dallas Page, not to make it about wrestling again, because obviously we're wrestling fans, but that motherfucker didn't start wrestling till like his mid-30s and went on to become a legend. So like really, if you're willing to put in the work regardless of how old you are and it's something you truly love,
Mhm.
sky's the limit, not your age.
1000%.
Tell that to my bones, man.
Yeah, I don't care if my knees are making noise. I'm still gonna be trying to keep up with these youngins in the media and like get in my bag. But I mean, that was a really nice, heartfelt conversation. It's one that's like very timely still, and also just kind of gives us more to Anya that we really didn't get to see in the first episode, which I can appreciate.
Mhm.
Which will lead us into the runways for this episode. So, category is it cake? I will say before we even get into the looks, this was not my favorite brief.
Yeah. Like what? Ass? Shouldn't you be showing that anyways?
Well, not even just that. Like, I felt like I get the whole point was to show off your ass, but then you also had the people that were like doing the actual cake elements. And just, like,
Mhm.
it kind of felt like there was a lot of rehashing throughout each of the looks, and just it was not my favorite, but we will get into it nonetheless. Up first,
Yeah, mask for mask, left room for creativity. All right, sorry.
yeah, up first, we have Sam Starr, who gave us the wedding cake, and then as she turns around, there was a slice taken out of it, and you see her ass.
I like that she looks like Anna Nicole Smith in the face a little bit.
Yeah, like
With Pam Anderson bangs, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say the bridal motif has been done in drag so many times.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that the dress felt more like if it was going to be cake, go all the way with it instead of it looking more like a bridal bodice that goes into like the bottom 2 layers of a cake.
Make
Like,
it look like a fun cake and make like the topper like 2 men.
yeah, like the decorations are like a little bit too traditional. It's too
Yeah.
structured. It didn't.
How
have
political
much
of you, Bianca. Putting 2 men on top. Wow.
Put 2 men
Yeah.
on top of that cake. Let's
Mhm.
celebrate. Let's make it something celebratory. Let's make it edgy.
What would you
Yeah.
rather have been dripping in rainbow?
I literally, yeah.
Literal.
Literally, yeah. Why are you shitting on that look still? It was a good look.
It could have been a rainbow cake in the back for the reveal.
It could have been no. I wish that there was like maybe like pink trim or just anything. Like it looks so plain.
I feel like the problem is too with that lighting, it doesn't even look like a cake on the bottom. It looks like a hat box.
Yeah, it looks like just boxy and shitty. Or it looks like when a stripper pops out of a cake, kind of. But like instead of a stripper, it's just like a sad woman.
Listen, if we're gonna go stripper, go full stripper.
Yeah.
Come on. Like
I actually would have loved if someone did like stripper popping out of a cake. Now that I'm saying that out loud.
Yeah,
But
or
I
just
saw-
like Danny DeVito as the stripper on Friends. That party.
Oh my gosh. But I did like the detail of the slice in the back looking like cake, having
Yeah.
the fondant and the sponge cake or the whatever
Yeah.
cake on the inside. Very
think
good detail.
I feel like this met the brief better than her Mask for Mask Singer look did. I just wish like it was a little bit more like overly decorated. It felt like it was a little too like you could tell where the garment originally ended and where the cake began.
Mhm.
Yeah. Agreed.
Up next, we have Anya Nerve. Now, as much as we had a nice heartfelt moment in the workroom, I do not like this garment at all. Like it's literally a corset over a gown with like this paper applique of a peach. And then as you turn around, we get trend alert, sparkles over the asshole.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I didn't like that at all. That was supposed to be like the highlight. Is just a sparkly asshole. Asshole's really in full effect in
Yeah.
this episode.
Yeah, and that's just Lydia.
At least you're not putting anything, like in the asshole is crazy for me. And when she pulled
And
out
that's not even the most insertive that we're gonna get.
I'm like,
I
what are you thinking
know.
about I have to save myself. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. You gotta save your ass for later.
I gotta save my ass for later.
Yes, no, this look did not eat me out. It just no.
It's giving Animal Crossing peach. You know what I mean? Like it's
And
giving
also
the literal peach.
and the makeup is just too one note. Like you have like the peach blush, but like it doesn't feel like there's any shape. Like the contouring wasn't done well enough. Her eyes are like so dark. Like there's not enough to brighten it because like it feels like everything's supposed to like draw towards the garment, and then you start out with a bodice that's like this shitty shade of gray. It's not even green or like orange.
Would have been
kind of give the
so
dimension of a
great.
peach.
Yeah. I love the sheen of the peach. Like that. I would love that in an actual dress. Like the sheen
like-
of it, the way that it fits and gathers. Love that.
I feel like if the bodice was under that material and like it was actually more of like a proper gown, it would have worked a lot better.
I
don't know.
agree.
This was just a miss for me, but at least we know that the talent show is going to save it. So up next, we have Crystal Envy.
This was
This was an interesting one for me because Crystal playing into like the Jersey Shore stereotype of like being a Jew's head, laying on the beach, this airbrush bodysuit like illusion. I kind of wish it matched like her skin a little
Skin
bit.
tone. Yeah. That was my
The
big
flesh was not as well done. It went down to the shoe. So I like that it didn't clock it. So like actually having like the cohesion of the bodysuit being the full body. And then also knowing like I don't know. I feel like the dog biting her ass didn't need to be there. I wasn't mad at it.
Throw in some bestiality. We have
the mention of bestiality. Yeah.
Yeah. Like we have so much political hatred against gay people. So let's just add to it. Let's give them a reason.
Yeah.
You're going to ban us.
Oh
Here's
my
why.
gosh.
Like, I don't.
Yeah. Also, the pigtails were a choice.
I like the pigtails.
I mean, it's an homage to, the Coppertone baby, right?
Yeah. I mean, I see it. Like, a little bit kind of like
there's a lot of references and ideas somehow.
I was getting kablam from it, honestly.
Kablam! Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved this look. I thought if the skin tone had matched the beat, it would have been so much better. I liked the Jersey muscles.
I just don't think it was tan enough either.
If
you're going to talk about falling asleep tanning on the beach, I want bronze.
There's a lot of missed opportunities with like she needed a clear idea because I think she showed with this outfit she's willing to execute it. If she had an idea to like a solid editing is the name of the game for her. Editing.
I just want to know, how do you get this through customs or get through this through airport security? Like,
they're like, what
because
the fuck is this bitch?
How do you get a dog through it? Like,
at that point, you're shipping shit to the hotel.
Honestly, I just want a behind the scenes. Give me a behind the scenes. Give me what happens outside of kayfabe.
I want this in her episode of What You Packin'.
Yeah, I want to know, how did this outfit come to? And I love that by the way, to mention the bottoms matching the little bows on top. Love that detail. I love it.
That was cute. Yeah, I did. Like
the uniformity of the blue throughout the outfit was good.
It's good to be stupid, so that's good.
Yeah, like this is like
be stupid.
Like when we're talking about like drag and like tackiness, this is
stupid,
good tackiness.
Yeah.
This is like the milk hydro grip of tackiness that I'm looking for in my drag.
That could save your soul.
Yep. Up next, we have Miss Corey King.
Boo! Tomato.
What?
Boo!
No, her ass looks great. Stop.
I mean, my thing is like the whole point that she was trying to make is that she was wearing Monet's outfit from the Work the World tour. I feel like if it's supposed to be like highlighting cake, yeah, Monet has a fat ass. The only problem is that I feel like the padding on Corey's ass is not round enough. Like it seems like she has two square ass cheeks.
Oh, what?
Mm.
Guys, I love her ass. No, that's like not even up for debate.
Like the garment is
hater.
fine, but like I feel like it doesn't accentuate the feature the best.
She was
Like
so
I can see
polished
a right
last
angle in
episode.
her ass cheek.
Yeah. She was so polished last episode. What is this?
What? You guys, the point, like she delivers where she needs to, which is with
The paint is
some
fine, the wig is
ass.
fine. It's just I feel like for it to be like the tearaway, like the ass just doesn't look plump enough.
The theme is it cake? And I'm saying
No.
it's a mattress foam topper. This is the pillow that comes with the mattress. This is giving
Yeah.
nectar.
You guys are like removing gay
Yeah.
rights. Like, vicious. Wow.
Yeah, no.
Crazy.
I don't
At
want to
least the
say this was the
stockings,
brick
Matt.
that was thrown at Stonewall, but
That's the brick that was thrown at Stonewall is crazy.
Listen, that's
yeah, you know, people died.
People died at no one died at Stonewall.
No one died at Stonewall. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Yeah.
Up next, we have Miss Lexi Love.
Lexi Louv coming in hot. Let's just
I
talk.
have one, and I mean one critique about this look. The whole ass reveal, it felt out of place with a look like this because if you're gonna have this like projection screen on the CRT television on your head, and that being the focal point, I almost feel like this could have been her Mask for Masked Singer runway, and it would have been successful. I was not getting is it cake at all.
I liked the earrings on the TV.
the bamboo earrings.
Yeah. Let's just talk about that. But the rest, I mean, yeah, I guess it doesn't really fit the theme as well as other shit. And she probably
I wanted her to take the TV off. Show that beat.
the masked look is what she said. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
she had a great masked look though too. So
I
know
noted
that fit.
Or if the projection wasn't so much like the picture not working, if it was like cake on the screen.
Oh, that would have been good.
Yeah,
I would
go
have
ahead.
liked that.
Go ahead, Collins.
But I was just gonna say, something to mention with Lexi Love is that in the workroom while they're doing, it seemed like to take forever that they were getting ready. But some queens had some ageist, kind of bullshit. Which when we know the results, it's kind of nice to hear them cheering at the end. But they call her Auntie Grandma. Like when I think of a
hey,
grandma,
Grandma.
I mean, I think of like someone who is tired, nothing revolutionary. This seems revolutionary of like, I've never seen this done on Drag Queen or on Drag Race. Do you see, since we've been talking about the lines with the tights going all the way down, this is a connective boot all the way down.
Mhm.
It connects to the shoes. So does this go all the way to the hip? How do you get into this number? And then who is helping you put on this thing on the head? Like the complete engineering of this,
Also,
this outfit.
how is she seeing?
Yeah, like I will
don't
say of note,
Just
Lexi
prayer.
Love did say in an interview that she took out a second mortgage on her house to pay for her package for Drag Race, which
That's
is
a
saying
little
something.
which
'cause this-
why is the parent company, right? The parent company
yeah,
of
World of
MTV,
Wonder, why are we not getting stipends?
No, they give a small stipend of like 20K, I think, or something like that for outfits. But I mean, the way that these
they
queens
do?
are, yeah, they give it's, but
Are you
it's
sure?
yeah, it's with recent seasons. I know this. And
I thought
that's-
they only did that with All Stars 9 because it's a
Yeah, I thought they did
non-elimination
that with
charity
All-Star.
season.
Yeah.
that might be the case. You might be correct.
Yeah, I could see them doing it for All Stars,
But-
but for the regular seasons, I'm pretty sure everything's out of pocket.
even then, Max, if I am correct that they give it for regular seasons, they don't give more than $40,000, and that actually doesn't get you that far in terms of what other queens are going to do and how much more money they're going to put in.
Well, I mean,
Like,
I
if-
will say as far as like the
given the
technology,
amount of like looks, the wigs, the makeup, like they get
Mhm.
yeah,
The
expensive.
shoes.
A lot.
And
Edge.
and going even further, going even higher with
Yeah.
the expenses is going to give you an edge. So I kind of see how, and the crazy thing is, being on this show at all will have an ROI. So I do see that.
But is a second mortgage worthy? I mean,
I don't know.
I would say, without it being my mortgage, I would actually say yes, but I would not do it myself.
But also, she lives in Kentucky, where it's a lot cheaper cost of living to warrant a second mortgage than somewhere
forgot
like
about that.
Washington or New York.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
like-
New York second mortgage is like, bitch.
But like on the technology front with this runway, I feel like the only things that kind of come close to it is like when they had like that laser lights runway for All Stars 7, or
Mm.
this past season on Drag Race Down Under, Lazy Susan was really using technology to full effect, like with structured headpieces and everything for an Aussie season, which is saying something because you talk even less budget. I don't want to know what she was spending over there because their dollar is not our dollar.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah, no,
crazy.
Lexi Love, I love this outfit. It just doesn't meet the brief of is it cake for me.
I mean, I've never. You know what? It would have been hilarious is if she actually broke off a piece of the TV,
Mhm.
like cake. You know those
could you-
videos where it's
yeah.
like they go and then they just like tear off a piece and then start eating it. How funny would that be if she just like broke off a piece?
Like there was just like a part of it that was cake.
Mhm.
That would be a fun interpretation because it does look like something that could be cake anyways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Well-
so poorly constructed. No,
it is. But
I mean, what if we like, like,
Yeah.
I guess if she wanted to be really crazy about it being well constructed, she could get like an old thrift store TV and like gut it and
Yeah.
put her
Yeah,
own head
she
in
could
it.
Kennedy Davenport the TV.
Yeah, it like that literally might be physically dangerous though, but
So he had gut in me,
he,
but he said it didn't
Lamps
die,
on.
crystallized. Okay. Up next, Hormonal Lisa.
again with the Marie Antoinette. Wait, did she
Another
have a
one.
hairy ass? No, that was country
No.
girl.
No, she did not have the hairy ass. She just had
She had like a whipped cream ass. That was stupid.
yeah, she had little cakes
yeah.
on her.
They weren't
ass.
even like cake. They looked like pies to me. They looked like fucking whipped cream pies on her ass that you see on Double Dare.
Do you want a face full of that? I don't think so.
No.
I know that when the judges were doing their critiques, they had mentioned like all the different queens who have done a Marie Antoinette. And Marie Antoinette is a dead
woman.
a dead woman. It's a dead.
And so is
cosplay.
Raja.
Yeah,
No, I'm kidding.
but they showed the first one was Raja, and I was like, that's it. Like if I saw Raja doing like a specific costume era or whatever, I'm never doing that.
And not
Ever.
even just that. Like they showed other queens too. Like they literally showed last season Nymphia Wynn did an
Yeah,
excellent job.
Yeah.
a different iteration, but definitely it's done. It's I don't know.
It doesn't
not-
wow me.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And
It
the
doesn't
cake
wow me.
reveal also did not wow me.
Yeah, lame. Yeah, lame. Boo.
And the whole thing of like let them eat cake, right? That could have been like a piece of it.
Yeah. It's something more cake related.
Or you could have done the Maddie Morphosis thing where off with her head.
Off with her head was crazy. That was actually pretty good.
Mm,
God. It's a no for me, Hormona.
No.
yeah,
Yes, Marie was. Yes.
She
yeah, she was.
unfortunate.
Up next, Lana Jarre. And what I will say is probably my favorite look of the night.
Again, going back to the tuck, her ass, her bare naked ass in the back.
How?
I don't.
And you cannot see anything else that isn't supposed to be there.
Yeah, it's impressive. Like she really thought like she was an engineering major. Like I don't know how she
So-
did that.
I have to mention. So seeing it up close, I go, oh, those are, what is it? Cheetah print or whatever,
Leopard.
animal
Yeah.
print. Because I was watching on my phone. It looked like the Riddler.
Oh, you thought they were question marks?
I thought they were question marks. I was like, why are we doing the Riddler? And then when I saw it later uploaded, I was like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. But it was that same kind of like green with the black that I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I still like it. That
I
is
thought
not
the
the
updo was
Riddler.
nice. I like they have the actual lace up going up her gauntlets on her arms and everything. And then
Mhm.
the back was just seamless.
Mhm.
Seamless. So this was a
And-
very good display for Lana Jarre.
I think.
Mhm.
Oh, I was
Go
just gonna
ahead.
say I think it doesn't look like her mother, and I like it. think it looks like something.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Oh my god! I said this
it's
is not
weird.
like her, drag mother. This is very her.
Yeah,
This
because
seems
Lux
like a
would not
very
do that.
her.
Lux, like, not to like bring up like a meme, but like Lux is more demure than something like this.
Lux, that's such a read, bro. Like,
I'm just
it's
saying, like,
Lux is too sophisticated to.
I'm not saying
Wrong,
sophisticated.
though.
I'm just saying she's not a bare ass queen.
Mhm.
No, that's like the whole point of the challenge.
But I'm just saying, like, if she were to do that reveal, she would done it in a way that's a little bit more conservative, other than just quite literally, here's my bare ass in this dress.
I disagree with that analysis, but I see the outcome. I agree with the outcome.
Yeah. Up next, we have Acacia Forgot.
Oh, this one
What
pissed
is
me
this?
off.
This was the hairy ass.
She turns around and she exposes her hairy ass. Girl, shave. Like, if you're shave.
Unless
I'm
that's supposed to
sorry.
be like deliberate.
It fucking better be.
Her
she's gonna
going,
be that
I
fucking
never
good.
show anyone my ass. Okay, please keep it that way, because I don't.
Yeah.
We know why, and it shows exactly why. You put that shit in the light of day, and everyone said put it away.
Like, you know how
No.
bad it is for that lattice on the front to be such an eyesore, and that's still not the most offensive thing that we've seen in your garment.
And again, jumping ahead, she's gonna make matters worse by pulling something out of it.
I feel like we need a hashtag RuPaulology to Ariana Grande for what's to
No,
come
we
with
need-
the lip sync,
we
because
need-
that was offensive.
But why is your ass so fucking? My ass is hairy, but you know what I don't do? I don't get up on fucking MTV, walk down a runway, turn around, and flash it to everyone.
I hope
Like,
not.
I have fucking, I have a line. We need boundaries.
And here's the
What happened
thing.
to boundaries.
She has what happened about it? She has a nice shaped ass. Like I
It's
get
it's a
the.
very nice, like,
Mhm.
it's a nice little peach. The peach has fuzz.
But also, you're talking about, at the end of the day, it's a man in a wig and a dress.
And
is.
I'm happy for him, but this is about
I'm happy
not.
for it.
In case you
Like-
forgot, it's a man in a wig and a dress.
I didn't forget
Yeah.
though. That's the thing. You want to for a second. I don't know. I just felt like I don't want to see no fucking hairy ass.
I don't want to see no fucking hairy ass.
But you gotta do it like, I don't want to see any fucking H&M.
I don't want to see no fucking H&M. I don't want to see any hairy ass and
I just
brushes out of assholes. Like,
what in the tic-tac-toe is going on the front?
and the actual
Yeah,
outfit
Gilbert
looks like
Godfrey
shit.
for the
Wait.
win in the center square.
I was so pissed off about the hairy ass and the hairy legs that I just forgot the entire outfit looks
Also,
like shit.
like, here's the thing. Like, if you're going to do a lattice, do a complete lattice.
Do it.
Yeah, why doesn't it go all the way up? What is
It's
this?
like, it doesn't even go all the way up on the lattice
Who
itself.
made this? Why would anyone be proud enough to actually show this anywhere?
And it looks
Any
like you
aspect
just
of it?
like took a curtain and then you stitched it to like a kitchen apron.
And the makeup is shit.
Yeah.
And the hair doesn't go with it.
Like,
I
it
know.
literally looks like someone like swiped blush with like their bare hand trying to fucking slap some sense
And
in
the
you.
accessories are lame. I don't. Yeah, the skin color doesn't match like that. Well, I mean, she's not race swapping, so that's good. But we have to set the bar somewhere. But
Raven.
like the actual skin color with like the actual like she looks washed out with the blush and the. I don't like this at all.
Like, if
The
she
more I
wasn't,
think about it,
if
I'd
she
like
wasn't
to
already in
forgot-
the bottom two for her talent show last week, this would have put her in the
If
bottom
anything,
two.
the high point is how ugly her ass looked, so that I could forget about the rest of the outfit.
The ass had a better silhouette than the garment.
Just shave your fucking
Like,
ass.
leave.
She always just like does things that pisses me off. That's like what she does, and she's gonna do it.
It's
this
only
entire
been 2
season.
episodes.
I know she's
Yeah.
gonna do this entire season where she's gonna be like, "Oh, this is gonna bother Bianca Maria Gonzalez." Let me dox myself real quick, but like this is gonna bother her specifically. Let me do it. Is what she's thinking. She's targeting me. I'm being targeted.
On your nerves,
Okay,
contour, and this blush could single-handedly pull Anastasia Beverly Hills out of bankruptcy. Let's be real. Because did you know that
Honestly-
Anastasia Beverly Hills is going into chapter 11 bankruptcy?
Well, here's my
11?
thing. If
Not
ABH is
us.
going into bankruptcy, you know what could have helped them? An inclusive shade range.
What you mean? Only white people don't make and wear makeup?
Yeah, like if you're going to talk about like how great your formula is, how come a lot of consumers cannot wear it?
Well, white people can. Really fair tone white people like. I'm sorry. That's the joke. That's the joke. Ha ha ha. That's a joke.
Well, speaking of shade range, up next we
Canceled.
have Arietti. She was going for like a lunar kind of thing, I guess.
Another
moon
lunar
ass.
thing.
Another like comet in her asshole. But
Oh, this is another sparkly asshole situation.
yeah,
Mhm.
Gemstones on the out. Well, I get it. You know, it's let them be cake, but like,
at least this has like a silhouette and like it seems more cohesive than when Anya did it, because if you're gonna have a sparkly asshole, at least everything else is like a silver metallic to go with it and like
Yeah.
very structured and shaped.
It is giving protozoa from
Yeah,
Xenon.
it's giving Xenon. Yeah.
it
It's-
is giving Xenon.
Would you go so far as to say it's giving Judy Jetson Hooker?
Yeah, it's actually giving what is the maid's name?
Oh, Betsy?
Yeah, Betsy. It's giving that. Just
Yeah.
replace her feet with the wheels and
Mhm.
get to work, bitch.
It's like it's the Smart House reboot.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's like how futuristic can we get in 2025? It's like well,
Mhm.
no, this is what people thought 2025 was going to look like 40 years ago.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything like really even noteworthy, which is probably
Not
the
the-
biggest.
Not the millennial gray.
Yeah. And that's just her actual flesh on there. That's her base. But,
Oh
yeah,
my
no.
god. Oh,
I mean, it's not. I mean, at this point,
not
nothing else is
wrong.
going to be halfway as offensive as Acacia's runway. So it's fine. It's there.
not wrong.
Up next, Jewel Sparkles. As a Puerto Rican, and this is supposed to be like
I don't know how this
emulating
is
stuff
starting.
with the Puerto Rican and like the
Mhm.
Cuban flags. What the fuck are these star shapes?
I don't know.
Okay, the star
This
shapes, I
is-
will agree.
This is
Like
like
to go back to kindergarten.
The face looks good. I like the wig. It's just
Mhm.
this outfit is a miss for me entirely. Like this reminds me of the gear that China wore in her one TNA match, but way worse.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm not Puerto Rican, but I
Right.
like the homage.
Is going to be racist.
What?
Any criticism you
No.
have of this is going to be racist.
Then I will shut the fuck up.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I think
give you
that
permission.
if the little belt with the weird star that looks more like Patrick's star shaped rather than the actual star, if that
We
wasn't
do mean the
there,
cartoon character, not the makeup artist. Right?
yes. Where it's a little thick in the middle and the ends are a little askew. Had there not been the little, I don't know, if it was covered in stuff, I don't know. I
don't think it needed to be leather either.
yeah.
And like
It's
you
a-
see it bunching up in like the tuck area. It's just
Mhm.
I don't know.
I like it. I liked her cake too. So
The stars just ruin it for me. And
yeah,
it's so much blue. So much blue.
I liked the blue though. Isn't that?
I feel like if you're gonna have the accents, have them be a little bit bigger
Or
though.
if you're trying to do a Puerto Rican flag, like make it look a little bit more like Puerto Rican flag.
Yeah, like it
This
should
could
be one star.
This could be the American flag. This could be the Cuban flag. You need to, if you're gonna pick
This
a
could have been
flag
what
out of
Sam
those
Star walked
three,
into the workroom with.
it really-
Yeah.
If I'm gonna talk about
Could've.
Evil Knievel, this is Evil Knievel.
Yeah, I don't know.
Give me. I just want Evil Knievel meets Barbie.
This feels like a 2010 Diva outfit, Taylor Wilde outfit she said no to. Fuck, I forgot Taylor Wilde was doing the Stars and Stripes for a minute in TNA.
Oh, that's a good memory though.
Well, speaking of things that are not good memories, we have Joella and yet another Marie Antoinette. But also this like geisha makeup to go with it.
Pick a
The
leg,
legging.
bitch.
It looks like a legging. That
No,
doesn't
that-
look like
It
skin.
doesn't-
It is a legging.
It
It,
looks like a
wasn't
legging
even
'cause
flesh
it is,
tone.
yeah.
Like again, it's not going all the way down to the toes and the pumps. Like it looks worse than a Halloween costume. Because this looks like there was a lot of money spent on it that went nowhere.
Like, yeah, girl. Yeah, she's not strategic about like. she does quantity over quality.
And then like the cake
Mm.
reveal of like her getting stabbed in the ass. It's like, girl, no.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, right now it
Same.
just seems like Joella like peaked in the workroom in episode 1, and it's been all downhill ever since. It does nothing for me. Up next, we have Lucky Stars.
I loved this. I
It does
loved
not
it.
meet the brief at all.
What does it have to do with cake? Yeah.
It's
But-
sponge cake.
Girl, it
It's
looks
sponge cake.
it looks like the sponge was dipped in Fabuloso, and she's trying to call it cake.
Okay, but
This is scrubbing bubbles. This is not cake.
I also have Fabuloso. Wait, no, I don't have Fabuloso. I also have tryptophobia.
oh,
So like that, like small holes freak me out. Like just a bunch of them together.
Yeah, she
and
needs
that
some
makes me
gaping.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
you need gaping holes.
Otherwise, otherwise I'm afraid that a hairbrush is gonna pop out of it or something, or a blush
Well-
brush or whatever.
And like
Kidding.
it doesn't meet the brief of is it cake. Like it's not even a cake motif, it's not an ass motif. It looks like she has fucking lamb chop out over her crotch.
At least it's like goofy looking though.
It's something different.
It's something.
Which I
Yeah,
love.
she's
I can
she's a
underst-
club kid, but it's again with and I want to point out, I want to clock the silhouette, a crazy
Same.
silhouette to stick
Yeah.
with, but that is the silhouette. She's repeating it. Stop relying on that silhouette, girl.
Like my thing is if you're gonna keep the motif of like club kid and like very high camp, still meet the brief.
Someone thought it was funfetti.
Okay,
I
but
don't
I
know.
love
Our
it.
audience.
I love it.
I don't love it for this week.
I respect it. It's different. It's not boring. Does it meet the brief entirely? In my opinion,
If it was like a
No.
bathhouse brief, maybe, but like I'm not getting I
Oh
don't
my
get
god.
House.
because you're playing into the literal bath of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, but like, it's just they would never have a bathhouse brief, bro.
Wanna bet?
They better not now. If
Well-
someone's watching, Drag Race is watching right now.
I don't know. I like Lucky a lot. I feel like this is just not meeting the brief. I feel like it's not a bad look. It's just out of place.
Hmm.
But that's just my 2 cents. Up next, Lydia B. Collins.
She's the one who has all the needles in her ass for this. Whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, at least she did something different with the ass reveal other than just like a studded asshole, especially considering buttholes in her name.
It's still studded. It's still studded.
No,
She
it's boring.
mentions being
But
what is it? Red velvet devil cake or red what a devil whatever. What did
Devil's
she
food cake?
mention?
Devil's food cake.
Devil's food cake. I was like, oh, you
Devil's
wanted
food cake is chocolate.
Yeah,
she mentioned that in
it's a stretch.
the whatever, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
I hate the silhouette on her too. It looks like she has a horse's saddle like on the bottom part, and then like the actual like ruching going down. No.
I would only like it if the ruching on the bottom was bigger. And I don't like the things that are going on with the hands. Like it's kind of trying to complete this silhouette. I don't like it. Not my favorite. But do I love the makeup and the wig? Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
The makeup and the wig is fierce. The silhouette, like I don't like the titty section. I should probably call it the bust section. I don't like the bust section. Let me be a little bit more sophisticated for if I ever
Yeah.
come back.
As we literally said the words lemon tits how many times?
Yeah, lemon
like, I'm gonna-
tits.
now that we're on hour 3, I think it's time for me to clean it back. But yeah, I think the ideas are good. I think the execution's kind of meh, but
It is what it is with this one.
the colors are interesting. The concept idea that she described, if she just like didn't say those words, I think it would make a lot more sense to all of us. It's like she explained away.
like if you're gonna go for like a thorns in the asshole, I want to see more of like a rose concept or like a cactus
Yeah.
concept. Like take me all the way there. Like this isn't even like looking like a fucking pincushion. Like come on. And then last we have Susie too.
Oh my fuck this bitch. I didn't like this at all. Okay. No, I get it. You're weird. You drink the potion, you pull it.
You're weird.
This once upon a mattress ass outfit.
I go from like just being her biggest #1 fan to just slowly just fucking deteriorating. She drinks the potion, she pops out the ass. Like
Yeah.
It's like a whole fucking. I don't like it.
The
I don't
reveal
like it.
into the donkey ruined
Fuck
it for
off.
me.
Like fuck off. I don't like it at all.
Like the reveal takes it away from being borderline Bernadette Peters, but it's like
Yeah.
I will
No.
say I will give her credit that the before reveal isn't like it's not like obvious it's going to reveal into something. It's not like oh like she's definitely going to rip that away, but like once she rips it away, it's like put it back on. Like
Yeah, that's exactly what I said is when it revealed to be the donkey legs and ass, I was like, put the dress back on. We
I
needed to
don't
see
like
that.
it. I don't like it.
like if you're gonna do like that kind of reveal, go full Eeyore.
yeah,
Like
it
take me to the
further.
100-acre woods.
I
Like don't give me like this like rusical kind of costume in the front and then just have it be like literally an animal in the back.
And
No.
I like a
Yeah.
concept. I appreciate a concept. She had a full plot with like the drinking the potion, the whoa, and now here I am. It's like that's too thoughtful. Like that's too much. That's too much narrative. Like it takes me like 6 minutes to understand, like to follow the story of what your outfit is. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I want it in like one moment, or like the reveal is just a reveal. I don't want like like an exposition, rising action, climax, falling action. I don't want all of that.
Yeah.
I don't.
But yeah, overall that does it as far as runways go for is it cake? Top outfit of the night. What say y'all?
Ooh.
I'm giving mine to Lingerie.
Lingerie was the best for the actual like brief. I do love Lexi loves the actual outfit. It does not meet the brief. I will openly acknowledge that. It does not meet the brief. But it is hot. She's gorgeous. I love
Like
her.
objectively it's a good outfit. It just isn't is it cake?
Really horny for the entire cast this season. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think everyone just looks so hot, but I don't think that anybody actually achieved the brief for me enough to, okay, you're showing the ass, except lingerie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was done tastefully, like in a way where it's like a great garment and her ass was
And
just
she
there.
was proud of her little cheeks, like she wasn't
Yeah.
trying to be dramatic like in like the actual shape
Yeah.
or oversell that she has this like gigantic ass. Like she took what she had, she
Mhm.
showed it off, and it physically like I know this isn't it, no, this is important. It like looked nice in her presentation. Like
Well, it's also
it
the
was
fact
like a
that
nice shiny bow-tied ass.
we
Like,
also think about the fact that she's wearing something that's laced up entirely that gives her a chance to kind of like give her more of that silhouette with like
Yeah.
the fishbone on the inside.
it looked like I was buying like a Bath and Body Works.
Like you
gift set.
can give the illusion of body without having a pad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she had body. I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot, and it was something original for someone who looks a little too. She was looking a little too much like her mama for a second there,
All
but
right.
I felt better about it.
Collins, any other thoughts on the runways before we get into talent show number 2?
Here's the thing. It's season 17. And two of the queens gave the same look. How are we not in the back room going, oh, you're also doing a Marie Antoinette thing?
Let me switch my idea. Let me figure out something with this fabric.
Here's
Let me
the
sew
only
something.
problem with that is that you're talking about people that have curated packages for months before the show starts. Like, I would assume that someone might think the obvious and go Marie Antoinette, but I mean, once you already have the garment made and
You're kinda
everything,
fucked, yeah.
yeah. Because where else are you gonna wear something like that unless it's a category like that?
I mean, that's also part of the competition, though, of like, can you afford to have like a similar backup, or you have to go into it knowing if I'm too on the nose with this time period piece, I have to know that someone else is going to do it, right?
And also, I feel like for the ones that were going camp, I don't know how the hell no one thought of strawberry shortcake at all.
Right.
That
No
would have been
strawberry
perfect for
shortcake.
Lucky Stars.
Mm-mm.
Like even down to like or even fucking Crystal Envy could have done it where like she had like maybe something similar in the face, kind of like how she did for the Mask for Mask runway. Like have something like a little charactery, but it's also like when we're thinking of cake, like how no one thought of strawberry shortcake or like Hostess or Little Debbie's or anything like that.
Mhm.
Like think of like the literal cake, guys. It doesn't always have to be just the ass. So
That's what I wanted, was not more literal cake, because we got a physical cake, but more playful. I mean, there wasn't even like a nod to like cupcakes or like something
mhm.
like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my criticism. But.
Like, yeah. Or like different like cake like flavors we could have done.
Yeah.
Like, you guys just shortcake.
Or like maybe like you have like on the bottom where like you kind of have the illusion of if it's gonna be like a turntable for a cake and like you do a spin and like the bottom looks like it's staying still, but the rest of you moves as if you are the cake.
Mhm.
What are you, a mechanic? That's a lot of like you're really thinking like that's a lot of logic. I
Listen, it's season 17. Like,
Like we're
Figure
not
it out.
saying it in a
Yeah.
way that's like dissing them, but like if we can think of something like as a concept, so can they.
but also the thing of is it cake? That's the whole. It's not just physical cakes, but no one really did the reveal of like those videos that it's referencing of like,
Yeah.
oh, this is something. And I just watched one the other day that pissed me off. Those videos actually pissed me off, but it was like someone like in their what looked like their kitchen, and they go to cut something, and then they cut into
like the table,
the counter, and they just eat the cake,
counter.
and then they take the knife and they're eating the freaking knife, and I was like, this pissed me off. This pissed me off.
No,
Off.
you know my favorite one that I've ever seen. There was a baby, and it looked like a beautiful newborn baby, and then someone just sticks a knife into it, and it's a cake.
Why did they have something like that?
I don't know. But anyways, moving on, because as Bianca said, we are in hour 3. It would be
Mhm.
nice to keep it under 3 hours.
We're not going to keep it under. We're going to go slightly over, but
No, I mean with the talent show, we might keep it quick because there wasn't a lot of
talent?
super highlights.
oh great.
Speaking of not a lot of talent, we're gonna start with Sam Starr doing this little hoedown bitch track where she somehow manages to ruin the whole like Aja All Stars 3. Is she gonna jump from there with like the crunchiest fucking like death drop dip off of a bale of hay that looked like she was taking, or as some of my friends will know, a Tori Wilson bump, where like she like didn't even go into like the full dip. It was just like knee hit first, then her butt, then she rolled back. It's like no.
Yeah,
It was giving
injury.
Toy Story when the humans walk in
Mhm.
and the toys have to play dead.
Yeah, she said, "Ma'am, this is Wendy."
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Just and it's like, oh, you literally just unplugged yourself. That's
And like
that's
what
what happened.
oh, a death drop.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like
But I mean, on brighter note, we did also have Anya Nerve doing her like rap to
Yeah.
In and Out, which also like we forgot to mention this. Dochi's the guest judge for this
Oh
week.
yeah.
Love Dochi.
Dochi.
But like having the whole like In and Out like with like a little bit of a dance that everybody could do, like it was a fun track. It had a good flow to it.
Oh my god!
At
no,
least
it was,
this
and
felt
everybody was,
like a bitch
into
track
it.
that felt unique.
And
Mhm.
it was so cool to like see someone actually like deliver in rap in front of like a female rapper who was like into it, like to get a
Mhm.
response from Dochi.
Yeah.
Like Dochi was such a better judge in comparison to Katy Perry. Like in terms of just Bollywood.
I mean, the bar's in hell.
The
but-
bar is in hell, but Dochi is like my queen right now. Trap Grace.
I
Jones.
agree.
She was so it was fun to have that moment where like and it was a good ass, it was a fun ass song. It had a good hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what Dochi was saying. It's like this is something that I look for as, an artist,
artist.
is something that has a good hook and something that you're gonna walk away going, I remember that.
And not in the
Because we
same way of like a Let Loose.
Loose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Up next, we have Crystal Envy, who is doing her lip sync number. She starts out, I think, at like a sewing machine. Like she has like this double reveal because she takes off her wig first, and like she twirls out into like her dancing number. The dancing was cute. I thought it was fine.
Mhm.
I feel like it wasn't nearly as original as it could have been. Like
She-
considering that you had someone like Anya Nerve, like really like giving you like more attitude. It just felt like it was like a polished little number that you do like on a Friday night. Like, it was
She
fine.
moved a lot. So
Yeah.
that's good.
She did use most of the stage, which I appreciate.
It's
But
good.
like,
She had a double reveal, right?
Yeah.
The double reveal.
it was a
and
wig
having
reveal, and then like she twirled into her outfit reveal.
Mhm. Which I thought was so cute.
It was cute. It was polished.
And what she revealed into looked good.
it just
I
don't know.
have no idea what the song was. I wasn't listening to that. And you know what?
That's fine, honestly.
I'm just not. I don't know. I wasn't into her. That like I just wasn't. I wasn't feeling it. It didn't feel unique at all in any meaningful way.
Which I think
Wow.
also comes down to the crux of we've seen so many variations of this on Drag Race over the years. It's kind of hard to be original if you're going to go that route.
Mm-hmm.
And now, all right, guys, are you ready? We have the longest 60 seconds of Corey King's life. It is the quote unquote stand up comedy set from Hormonal Lisa.
Can I start off by sharing my notes, everyone?
The floor recognizes Bianca.
Hormonal Lisa bombed and made me sad about politics. I felt so sad. Like I felt like I was like in pain. Like not just from how shitty it was. It was like the only thing that she did of significance up there was talk about how like she has like no rights in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I'm like this is like this is so sad. Like this is so sad on top of like not only are you not funny, but you're like bumming me out. Like
Yeah.
you're ruining my high. Like you're killing my buzz, girl. Like I just it's like not only are you not giving me comedy, but you're like not giving me comedy. You're like making me feel bad about myself, the state of the world, and then you're not like giving me anything like
Yeah. Which brings us
positive to look
back
into.
which brings us back to
And now to this bitch that had a lot to say about me on the pissed off the other day. Raven, once again.
that's
Like-
what she needed to do for her comedy.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna play into being sadness, you go like that kind of sadness. Like you go into like trying to find dark humor in situations. That just felt like you were venting
Like,
to a therapist.
What in the
Yeah.
Garfunkel sound of silence? Like
Simon
so
and Garfunkel is crazy.
that fucking sound, that was a choice. Like, did she tell any of those jokes to anyone? She would have known they're not good.
So here's a funny story.
Okay.
My youngest brother is really funny. Like I think he's so funny. But we were homeschooled up until a certain point, and he thought
I know that's
that
not
he
the funny part. Sorry.
no we were homeschooled. There you go. So the only people that he really got to bounce his kid humor jokes off of was me, and I'm an easy laugh. Sorry, I'm just gonna laugh at everything because everything is fucking funny to me.
Mhm.
So he went into elementary school for the first time thinking that he was the funniest guy in the class. He was a class clown, you know, Blink 182 got kind of guy. Like I'm a jokester, and he said that the first week of school was literal hell because he would say things, and none of the social responses
You ruined
came
it.
back. Nobody laughed at him.
No.
And so he said, I'm never telling a joke again. And he told me that story as an adult that he was like, I thought I was the funniest guy ever until I went into the public and
Somebody
realized
liked
I
it.
am not funny. I
Damn.
gotta find a personality real fast.
Damn.
Which makes me laugh so much because my brother's personality is oh shit. What is his character on Parks and Rec?
What, Nick Offerman? Whatever the hell his name is?
No.
What, Chris Pratt?
Dates Ann Perkins comes into town. Oh no. What is this?
It'll come back to you.
I don't.
Ben Wyatt is they work together with Chris Traeger. Chris Traeger? Yeah.
Sure, we'll go with that.
But he has the I'm overly positive, I'm gonna do this, and it's funny to me because life is not like that. But he's so overly motivated, and I love everything about
The
him.
fake it till you make it, yeah.
Yes, but he thought that he was the funniest guy in the world, and then he came home from school and he was just, I'm not funny. I have to change my whole personality, and that's how I felt like this entire presentation was that someone told Hormonal Lisa, "You're funny," and laughed around. Just a
Or she
Yeah.
has like a really good friend.
own
that,
It was
echo
RuPaul.
chamber.
It
Yeah,
was
the
RuPaul.
echo chamber. That's how they were handpicked by RuPaul. Did you know that they were handpicked?
Yeah, like
by
she literally
RuPaul?
goes
Oh, shit,
to the
what?
book signing, and then there's like 1 second.
And she's like, "This is your audition. Do you want to be on my show?
Yeah.
Here's your golden ticket." Like
you
make
have a
me
YouTube
laugh.
channel?
yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
it was just sad. It would be funnier if she just went up there and bombed like the rest of them, but she brought up politics in a sad, desperate sad way just to make it worse.
Mind you, this was filmed before the election.
Oh, girl.
It was
Bad
just
to
hard.
worse.
It was hard to listen to. It was when she said in the workroom that she was going to do comedy. I looked at her. I was like, "You?
No. But also, you think about past talent shows, comedy never does well. You think about people
Yeah.
like Trinity K. Bonet. You think about Jasmine Masters. You think about Darian Lake. 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up in the bottom. And unfortunately, this is no different.
No.
I'm number 9.
Yeah, moving on. We had Corey King, who had a bitch track about getting herself a little drink from the Dunkin' Donuts. I thought the track was good, but the
It's so
mixing was
funny.
so bad where it's mostly instrumental and you could barely hear anything she said.
I will say I watched it again
Fire
on Wow
that.
Presents Plus, and the mixing was a lot better.
Okay, so I think it's
It
just
was
MTV.
it was
then.
something about the show, yeah.
Mhm.
So it came through like much stronger, and honestly, like I really was like I was into it a lot more watching it.
I mean,
there.
I thought it was a good performance regardless.
She should have been
but-
top 2 compared, like if you could
Mhm.
actually hear what she was saying.
Yeah.
Like no, the mix was a lot better.
Okay.
On Wow Presents.
Well, it's nice to know that at least it was just like our airing that fucked up, but
Yeah.
Then up next, Lana Jarre with her own version of a little bitch track with very calculated choreography.
Lame. That was so shit. I didn't like it. I thought that it wasn't like awful. It was a good lip sync, but it just wasn't original at all.
I felt like Baby's first bitch track.
Baby, yeah, it did. It was giving like I'm my mom loves this.
Like coming out with the fat head of Lux and like Lux introducing the track. No. Like I don't need this Fisher Price of a bitch track.
Yeah, it felt very. What is it? Mad Libs. Like this is how you make.
Yeah, it's like
bitch
Mad
track.
Libs meets Little Tykes. Like it's just
Yeah, this is how you do it. Put in an adjective. Put in an insult here.
very paint by numbers, and then like you have like the high kick and then another slow dip. It's like, guys,
Yeah.
if y'all
I
gonna
didn't
do
like it.
stunts, can you do them well?
Yeah.
No.
It's like a death lay instead of a death drop.
Death lay.
Yeah. Like all of the death drops were just like,
Yeah.
and like Michelle Visage made a point like of saying like, oh, like they're taking risks today. Like no, they're not. They're literally not. They're taking.
She said it in a joking way though.
Girl, no, they're taking falls. I don't know if she did. Because maybe she was saying it because they were like landing so sloppy that they actually could have caused injury.
Well,
Oh.
yeah. How did Michelle Visage had the biggest stunt of the episode, which we'll get into
Oh
momentarily.
shit. Okay, yeah.
But certainly,
move, Lexi.
certainly not least,
Sexy Lexi.
Lexi Love on these fucking roller skates, doing flips and splits and turns, and just like Robbie Turner found dead in an Uber.
I loved the roller skates.
I loved it.
The roller skates. I loved that to me. Like she had such an energy,
That was probably one of the most unique talent shows we've had in a long time.
and they made it clear like she does that. Like that's like her every night kind of thing. Is
Oh,
to fuck around
I
on roller
fucking
skates.
love that shit.
So she's like prepared. I really like. I loved it. I thought that it was really well done. The way she did like the 5 splits in a row.
She made all those other hoes eat their words.
Yeah. Why? Because what were they saying?
They're like calling her like grandma and auntie.
Yeah, grandma, auntie, like
Yeah, they needed to chill out with that. Like,
Yeah.
don't fuck with my girl. Like,
Oh no, she let him have it this whole
yeah,
episode.
she let him.
Yeah.
have it. And then, well, we can keep talking about her talent if you guys want, but
I mean, I was gonna get into
the
like
lip sync.
so Raider Queen happens. The top 2 of the week, we have Lexi Love and we have Crystal Envy, which I think is mostly fair. You could have probably put Corey King
Corey
instead
should
of
have been there.
Crystal, but
Yeah, Corey should have been there. In my
her runway was too.
shitty.
yeah,
Mhm.
so
Okay.
it is what it is. But and then they lip sync for the win to Alter Ego by Doechii, which was such a good lip sync.
Yeah.
I was worried about what song that they were going to have them do because some of her songs can get a little.
Yeah, I was thinking if
Yeah.
it was going to be either Denial is a River or Nissan Altima, I'm like, y'all have non-white people singing.
Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah.
they're not white people. I mean, they are white people.
No, it was like when
Well,
they
I
did,
mean,
like,
non-black people, you know. What I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it was
I
like
know
when
what
they
you
did
mean.
like
Oh God, what song
Love
was
is
it?
Better in Color, and it was literally like 2 white drag queens doing it. With
Yeah, no,
Lizzos.
it was Raja and Jinx Monsoon doing
Doing, like,
Better in
this-
Color by Lizzo
Yeah.
before the fruit.
But Alter Ego was a good like way to kind of make it so that if
Oh,
we end up with
literally-
2 white bitches at the top, like it's not gonna be weird.
That's when they had fucking Vanjie and Roxy Andrews do Super Freaky Girl, and there were N-words in the track that they were lip syncing to.
the whole cast canceled. No, yeah, that's. Ooh, there were N-words in the track that they were doing.
On WoW, it was, yeah.
Mhm.
And they didn't do them, thank God.
Obviously,
But
they lost points for that. No, you didn't know the words. You didn't know all the words. No, that like alter ego though was
it was a
that
good
was-
song.
that-
It was
that's a
high
good-
energy.
It's a good song for a drag show.
Yeah, like
Like-
the stunts were good. Doechii was getting her life from it.
Yeah, and Lexi Love did so good. Like
Crystal didn't do bad either, but
fuck
Lexi
Crystal. I didn't.
Teddy Long in 2007.
I
Yeah,
didn't care too much about Crystal. I just felt like she was like kind of slow and stiff, like in comparison.
Yeah.
to
It was
Lexi.
no Lexi had my attention the whole time.
Yeah, I guess I really just don't give a fuck about Crystal Envy, but yeah,
And that's your right.
Tell us how you really feel.
yeah, no, Lexi Love like she got into it, like she had like the energy of like I'm gonna cut a bitch, like fuck this bitch. I liked that.
And little did we know the lip sync for your life. It is Acacia Forgot versus Hormona Lisa. I literally screamed in horror when the song began. To Yes and by Ariana Grande.
I felt like it was a bit much that he screamed in horror, like bro.
If-
They
no,
do,
no,
like,
no, no, no,
they've
no,
done
no.
her entire discography.
That's not the point though. If
for
you're gonna
lip
have like
syncs.
lip syncs this early on and you're gonna use a big fucking song, they better
Right.
because Break My Soul was not good. Literally the Ariana Grande episode from season 15, I don't get why they used 7 rings.
They consistently.
They
bomb.
should
they-
not have used 7
yeah.
rings. And even
That's
then it
not
wasn't that good. This was a travesty.
They also consistently bomb with any Britney Spears major song, except for Stronger in the finale.
No, like literally, I feel like the only 2 like good Ariana Grande lip syncs we've had on Drag Race
Mhm.
were when they did Break Free and it was Jaden Dior Fears back in season 7, or when fucking Simone did No Tears Left to Cry.
No Tears Left to Cry is when I'm like,
How
that's
they've
what I was
never done
thinking.
God as a
That was
Woman
good, yeah.
either is pissing me off. Or 3435. Like 3435 is such a drag song. It's literally a song about fucking 69ing, and you're not doing that.
Why are you making it gay?
The point being,
Why?
It's like
Why?
you have to make it gay. Just 'cause-
You don't have to. Yeah, you
and
don't
that's
have
just Sam
to.
Star's outfit from the first episode. But long story short, this train wreck of a fucking lip sync ends with Acacia Forgot pulling
wait.
out a blush brush from her asshole.
I've been talking about
And
this
powdering
blush
her
brush
face.
the
I just want to know how
entire-
long had it been there? How long?
girl. Like I don't know if I have PTSD
Like-
from all the things.
My thing is just why, in any context,
to
you think
publicly pull out your butt plug and it is
on international television, no less. Like, because when I think, oh, I'm gonna lip sync for my life, I should probably
Yeah.
douche first.
Yeah.
I would have been so scared that there was
No.
like a visitor. Like I would have been so
A
scared.
visitor?
That, like I just like there's like a
No,
reveal and a
no,
reveal. I
Bianca,
would
it was a blush brush. It's not a paintbrush.
I would have well the way
A
she was
painted
using
brush.
it, she wanted to paint something. It was not. It was a concern.
Paint the town brown.
Yeah,
It was
I
a
did
paint the town
not-
brown kind of situation.
I did not like that at all, and that was like the thing that like pushed her over the edge. Like, oh, let's save her. Like the fact that I felt bad for not liking it at first because this is a gay community, and that is a gay place to put something.
The
But-
only reason why I feel like it wasn't a double sachet is because the twist we'll get into in a moment. Acacia Forgot somehow wins the lip sync, and instead of Hormona Lisa sashaying away, Rue asks if she feels lucky and brings out the badonkadunk
Okay,
tank.
let's do some math.
So the way the tank works is that there are 10 levers, and 2 of those levers will dunk Michelle Visage into the water.
I want
you
to know how
dunk
she
Michelle-
convinced Michelle
You
to
what?
do this.
To actually do this, yeah.
Do you think she was like, I'm going to give you $50,000 more this season?
I feel like Michelle's like, fuck it, I'll do it. Michelle's always down to be like the butt of a joke, though.
That's fair.
And also, it's stupid and it's a dunk tank. Like, what's the worst thing to happen?
It's not
Oh, you're gonna
serious.
get wet.
Well, okay.
At the end of an episode, you're gonna get wet, and chances are you're about to shower it off anyways in your trailer.
So Michelle Visage is about to go in the water if the right lever is pulled. 2 out
Yeah.
of the 10 levers will save a bitch. So we're gonna have 2 saves this season, which is already annoying. Now the
That is
premise-
annoying.
The idea behind the fact that there are 2 levers statistically means that there's going to be a 1 in 5 chance that you're going to be able to pull the one that's going to save you at this point in time.
Yeah.
Also, think back, recall Squid Game season 2. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's also like a Russian roulette scene where there's like an idea of 1 in 6 that you're playing with during that game, and it was
Mhm.
very hard to get the 1 in that situation. Anyways, so the idea is that over the course of those first couple episodes,
Yeah.
the statistics are going to get better for the queens as people pick the wrong lever.
Yeah.
And immediately Mona Lisa, not to be outdone by bombing and being picked and bombing and being picked in her good fortune of the past, manages to do the one thing that's going to make the statistics worse for the actual rest of the season.
She chose lucky
They
number
know what
7
they're
and Michelle gets
doing.
wet.
They know what they're doing. They're like, we are creating a character that is quickly pissing off everyone.
Yeah.
We want them pissed off.
There's no way you could tell me that any of those lovers actually did anything to the fucking dunk tank. That is all production.
I did wonder, like, I'm like, this doesn't seem like it's
Obvious.
not like obvious.
It's the theatrics of it. That is all production.
Yeah. And so, so one lover works.
Michelle gets wet. And would you look at that? We have 2 episodes with no eliminations.
I do not believe. So we're all like conspiring that there was no statistical, none of those lovers.
No.
Okay. That was some bullshit.
It's going to be a fucking Bosco situation where like you go 12 weeks into the season and then she finally pulls out the golden chocolate bar.
But I feel like that actually was like a secret.
Bianca, that whole season had like 6 non-elimination episodes
but
to the point where
I
they
know.
had like 5.
But at least she like didn't know like the fucking like she didn't know that her ticket had the gold bar. Like this was just straight up like we're just gonna say
This
Mona
shit
Lisa from
pisses
herself.
me off though.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I didn't like it either. Well,
The only thing that's going to make it good moving forward is now it's a 1 in 9 chance, so it's actually going to build suspense and like I wonder how it's going to turn out and who do you think they care enough about to save?
bro, what if someone fucks it up and just gets saved next week and it just ruins the entire gimmick?
I'm okay with that because then they get rid of the gimmick immediately.
Yeah.
Then that means bitches actually get sent home.
Yeah, bye, bitch.
Like if I want to win a competition, I have 13 other people to get rid of. If we don't get rid of them for 2 weeks, that means they all have no choice but to start going home.
Yeah.
Sometimes by 2s.
Well, let's see. I wonder when this other one's gonna get pulled. I really feel like it was bullshit.
I just want them to do the wrong lover thing from Emperor's New Groove.
Wrong lever.
Yeah. Hermona, the good fortune is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But on that note, that will wrap up the first. Well, to be fair, we covered 2 episodes of the show, so this was technically a double episode of the Mother Tuck and Post show. What a way to get this on the road. Thank you again, Oli, for letting us do this. Bobby, I appreciate it. Collins, I couldn't imagine having another co-host do this with besides you, so thank you for agreeing to this.
The fact that you're so well prepared and I'm over here like 5 minutes or 5 minutes before the show started going, I'm just finishing my make.
Wait, what's gonna be my opening line? Like
literally what this one did.
Oh, I was panicking.
Yeah.
Well,
It was
we have one whole week and you got to figure it out.
Yeah. But on the bright side, thank you guys for being here for this. I know this was a long one. I hope it was a fun one. I hope if you needed distraction, you got distraction. And I hope you learned a thing or two about RuPaul's Drag Race. So.
And guys, this was my first podcast. Thank you guys.
Oh my gosh, she's a vet. Yeah,
What do you mean this is your first podcast?
I've never done a podcast.
Do you want me to pull up the receipts?
Oh, I did a podcast. Whoops.
Wow, way to lie to me. Now I feel like our relationship is tainted.
I'm a virgin. All right.
Well, on that note, guys, make
Foot
sure that
girl
you're
is a
keeping up with
virgin.
everything that Oli has going on. There are plenty of great shows. I know they're going to be back here tomorrow, recapping the week in wrestling. There's so much stuff going on. Make sure Oli podcasts on all your social media. Make sure that you're following Auntie Collins at _queer_auntie damn near everywhere. They are everywhere. They are fabulous. They are going to be crying tomorrow on Fightful about wrestling.
Yeah.
Allegedly. It's not like the show's called Wrestling Made Me Cry or anything.
I know. We have a lot of Kenny Omega to cry about. So
Yeah, I mean, true. And that's just his entrance music.
I know.
Bianca, not the most social media person in the world, but those are the 2 that you can find her at.
Yeah, follow me on Blue Sky and X.
Yeah, and then I keep it easy. If you either go to Jose in the Air somewhere, just joseantheair.com. That has everything going on. And we will be back here next Saturday for another episode of the Mother Tuck and Post Show, talking episode 3 of RuPaul's Drag Race season 17. So until then, take care, everybody.
Bye.